and cattle, what we have for the day. Do you have a name for these? All right, they are number one hogs, guys. I got 8 of them, and I'll sell you so many dollars a piece. And you can take as many as you like if you like 1 or 2 or all of them. All right, so much here. 120, $120, number 120, 20, number 110, and 10, and then 110, number 110, and 5, and 1, 5, and $100, number $100, number $100, number $75, number 75, it's $70, number $5, $70, number $5, $70, number $5, $75, $80, $75, number 80, it's $75, number $80, number $75, number $80 a piece here now, $75, number 80, $80, number $75, number 80, it's $75, number been no 80 then you bidding, sir. $80 number been the $75 number been no $80 number been the 2.5 been the 2.5 at 80 down 2.5 at 80 2.5 at 85 at 85 at 85 85 5 85 and 7.5 at 87 half at $90 $90 bill $90 and $90 number been the $90 number been the 2.5 at 92.5 at been the $90 number been the 2.5 at been the 5 at been the 5 at been the 95 at been the 7.5 at been the 97 half at been the 95 and 97 half at been the 97 and a half and 97 half at $100 number $100 number $100 number been the 2.5 at 100 and 2.5 at $100 number been the 5 at been the 5 at been the 105 105 105 at 107 at 107 at 107 at 110 at 110 10 10 110 10 110 and 12 and at 112 and at $15 number 115 number 112 and at been $115 number 115 at 112 and at been $115 sold at 112 and a half 112 and a half buyer 1218 1218 take them all. Yes sir. 140 1218 pen 140. One. Big one, 218 pounds here. $200 number on the 2 would have been 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 the $200 number $180 number $180 number $170 number $160 number $150 at $125 number $100 on the sow at $100 number $100 number $100 number $100 now $75 now $75 $75 $7 $60 now $60 now $50 at the sow at $50 now $50 now 50 and 50 and 50 and $40 number been the $40 number been the $40 number been the 35 35 35 35 $30 bill at $25 number $25 been $25 now $25 now 20 and $20 number been the $20 number been the $20 number been the $20 number been the $5 been the $5 now $20 now 25 5 5 5 $20 number 25 $20 number $25 number been the $5 number $30 number $30 bill 30 and 30 and 30 and $25 number $30 bill $30 bill 35 35 35 $30 number been the 5 5 5 bucket 35 35 $30 number been 35 35 35 and $40 bill at $40 been a $40 been a $35 been a 40 sold them 35 409 huh 35 141 141 We got some welcome guests here from Holland, I understand. Och, goedemiddag. I was born there, eh? 5. Went to school. All my school years were here. No, I did not go to CCS. Because at CCS I was in grade 10 when they started, and I would have had to go to grade 8. And I refused to go. My sister was in grade 8. 5 times here, beautiful lambs here. They are, and they weigh 65. Maybe. Ewe lambs, and there's 65 pounds here now, a little bit on there now, 260, 260, down 60, down 50, 240, down a minute, 40, down a minute, 40, down 30, down 30, down 200, down a minute, 200, down 200, down 180, 85, 180, down 2 and a half, 180, 82 and a half, at 180, down 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 180, down 2 and a half, 5, 5, 5, 5, 182 and a half, now 185, 85, 85, 85, 85, ewe lambs, 185 now, 187 and a half, now 190, 190, 190, at $190 bill, 192 and a half, 195 and 95, 195, 195 and 97 and 197 and a half now, a $200 down, $200 bill, $200 down, $200 bill, a $200 bill, 197 now, $200 bill, $200 bill, $200 now, 197 and a half now, $200 bill, sold at 197.50. 261, pen 1, 261 1. Here now we got some more here. 2 times and 80. At 80 pounds on them there now. Eating 270, down 70, down 60, down 60, down 250, down 240, down 40, down 200, down 5. 200, down 5, down 5, down 200, down 200 and 5, 5, down 7 and 10, 10, 10, 210. 210, down 10, down 210, 10, 10, 210, 210, 25, 210, 210, down 10, down 215, down 15, down 20, 220 and 215. Little bit of 20 and 20 and 20 and 20 and 215, little bit of 20, little bit 220, sold them 215, 409, pen 8. Pen 8 buck. All right, we got 88 pounds on 4 more, 88 pounds, 9. 300 down 300 down 3 and 300 down 280 200 down 8 down 220 and 20 and 20 and 200 down 5 down 200 down 205 and 10 200 and 5 down 10 down 10 down 15 down 220 and 20 and 20 and 225 5 by 225 and 30 and 230 and 225 down 230 225 down 230 down 30 down 225 down 30 down 30 down 225 down 230 and 30 and sold them 225 409 8. £104 here, 104 pounds on them there, 260, 60, 220, lamb, 220, 25, 230 and 30 and 30 and 225 that are down 230, 225 that are down 230 that are down 30 that are down 5 that are down 5 that are down 235 and 40 and 240 and 5 that are down 50 that are down 250, 5 that are down 60 that are down 5 that are down 70 that are down 270 and 5, 275, 80 that are down 285 that are down 90, 219, 19, 90, 290 that are down 92 and a half, 292 and a half, 295, 295, 292 and a half, now fine, now sold them 292 and a half. Pen 2, 303, pen 2. Yeah, Ram Lamb here, a little bit out. Same weight. Same 102, 300, down 300, down 265, now 75, now 85, now 90, 290, 285, down 90, 285, down 290, down 90, 90, 90, 290, 290, 290, 285, down 90, 290, 95, 292 and a half, 290, 92 and a half, 95, 95, 295, 95, 97 and a half, 297 and a half, now 300, down 2 and a half, 305, down 5, down 307 and a half, 310, 10, 310, down 10, down 10, down 11, down 312, down 12, sold them 311. 409, pen 8, 409, go to 8. Oh, 3 times on the ewe lambs here, 3 times at 108 pounds here, 295, 295, 95, 95, 295, 275, 80, and 280, now 5, 85, 85, 85, 90, 292, 92, 92, 92, 95, 95, 95, 300, now 300, now 300 bail, $300 with the 295, now 397 and a half, now 300, now 300, now 2, down 302, now 301, $300 now 1, down 2, down 302, down 303, down 302, down 303, $302, down 303, sold them 302. 409, pen number 8. 142. Ram Lamb at 142, 330, down 300, down 500, down 300, down 500, down 500, down 300, down 500, down 500, down 10, down 15, down 320, now 500, down 325, now 30, and 5, 335, 35, 35, 35, now 40, and 345, 345, 342 and a half, and 345, 345, 347 and a half, 347 and now 50, and 352 and a half, 2 and a half, 55, and 357 and a half, 355, now 57 and 355, now 7 and a half, sold them 355 at a 409, 8. What? I do that on purpose because that's kind of a memory. It's easy to remember. Oh, little feeder lambs, 3 of them, little-eyed ram lambs. At 60, 1 here now, 200, now 180, 180, 180, 180, now 180, now 180, now 180, 180, 170, now 60, now 150, at 150, now 40, now 140, now 40, 130, 130, 130, 130, 120, 120, now 500, now 500, now 120, now 500, now 125, 120, now 500, now 30, now 130, now 130, now 125, now 130, now 30, now 125, now 130, at 130, now 125, now 130, now 130, $130, $125, now 30, now 5, now 40, 145, 5, 550, 150, 155, 5 and 60, at 160, now 155, now 160, sold about 155. New pen. 409, we'll go to 4. Pen 4 for the light ones. 3, 4 times on the ram lambs. Here comes 72. 72 pounds on them there. 225, 225, 25, 210, around 200, around 200, around 200, around 200, around 170, now 500, around 500, around 170, around 500, around 80, 80, 175, around 180, 170, now 500, around 185, 190, 190, 195, 195, 200, around 200, around 195, around 200, around 200, around 195, around 2, 195, around 200, around 200, around 190. bid 200 around 200 around 2 and 2 and 2 and sold 195 409 first pen 8 That's all that Ronnie had was 4. Only it's 10 here. Took me a little while to figure out where that is. How many? Right in the center of that page. It's confusing. Why? Why isn't it showing all that? So he sold a 4. Oh, I see. Yep. When's the farm sale? Next week? Don't forget to go online, guys. We've got that equipment sitting along the outside row and sells by online auction next week. So if you're interested in whatever, it's what? 23rd and the 24th. The 23rd and 24th. So that equipment along the row there, along the fence line. Ray Wither, 70. On here now, 200, around 10, around 10, around 200, around 165, 70, 165, around 75, 170, around 500, around 500, around 170, around 5, 175, around 80, around 80, around 500, around 180, 500, around 90, 19, around 2.5, 92, and a half, 190, 2.5, 195, 195, 195, 192, and a half, 5, 195, 97, and a half, 197, and 200, around 200, around 2, and 200, around 200, around 200, around 200, around a bill, 200, around 200, and sold them 197 and a half. 409, pen number 8. big with her. 110. Oh, 110 over 9 yards, guys. She's empty. He's empty. It'll be a 330, 330, 330, 330, 330, 330, 320, 320. Down 2.5. A 320, 22.5. A 320. 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 325, 325, 325, 25, 27.5. And 30 and 330. 2.5, 330, 2.5. Now 5. Now 330, 7.5. Now 40. Now 340, 340. A 337. Now 40. Now 40, 340, 340, 340, 337. Now 40. Now 40, 340. Sold them 330, 7.5, 10, 10. New pen, 4. Actually 7, 7. 10, 10, 7. Two times the Ram Lambs, 2 times the Ram Lambs here at 116, at 116 pounds on them. They're 350, 340, 320, now 5, 320, 30, 30, 320, 500 now 30, 35, 330, 5 now 40, 340, and 2.5, at 340, 42.5, at 340 and 2.5, at $340 now on 2.5, 2.5, $340 now on 340, 2.5, at 340 and 2.5, and 340 now 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, $340 on 2.5, and $340 now on 2.5. Sold them 340. 409, 8. Huh? No, 340. I missed the bit upstairs. That's why. 100. What do we got on this one for weight? 94. 94 pounds on them there. Now 94. Now 300. Now 300. Now 230. Find a 40. 240. Now find a 50. 250. 240. Find out. Now 250. 250. Down a bit of 240. Find out. Now 50. Down 50. Down 240. Find out. Now 50. Down 50. Down 250. 50. 50. 250. Guys, look here. 240. Find a 250. Down now 5. 250. Now 5. Now 60. 260. Now 5. Now 70. 270. Now 5. 275. 270. Now 5. Now 5. Now 5. 270. Now 5. Sold them at $270. 12. Pen 3. 212. Pen 3. 212. Pen 3. 3 U's. Yep. Gate run or choice. Now they weigh 145 on the average here. Not 300 or not 300 or not 220 and 5 at 220 or not 5 or not 30 or not 220 5 or not 230 or not 30 or not 220 5 or not 230. Your choice. 230 or not 220 5 or not 30 or not 30 30 30 30 230 220 5 or 35 at 230 now 5 not 40 240 40 40 230 5 or not 240 or not 230 5 or not 240 at 240 now 5 now 50 250 250 250 250. Sold 245, 303. You just want one? Take the big one. You want them separate in a new pen? Pen 2, 303, pen 2. Sabina, want to grab this gate? Nail on the other. $188. 123 on these ones here, 123 pounds on them there. $200 and 2 and 2 and 2 and 200 and 2 and 160, 160, 140 now 5 at 140 now 5 now 150 now 150 now 150 150 150 150 140 5 now 150 now 5 at 160 160 now 5 at 160 5 now 170 now 5 180 180 now 5 185 now 190 190 190 190 190 192 and a half 192 and a half 195 195 195 at 192 and a half at 195 7 and a half 197 and $200 and two sold 197.50 303 pen number 2. Hey, it says stay. Let's go. 102 pounds on him there, 300 on a bale, 300 on 3 and 3 and 2 zen, 280, 85 on 280, 500 on 500 on 280, 500 on 500 on 280, 85, 280 on 500 on 500 on 280, 500 on 500 on 280, 500 on 280, 500 282 and a half on 500 on 7 and a half, 80, 7 and a half, 90, 92, 90, 292 and a half, 292 and a half, 290, 92 and a half, 290, not 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 290, not 2 and a half, 95, 295 and 95 and 97 and a half, 295 and 97 and a half, 297 and a half, 7 and a half, sold them 295, 303, same way, sir. Pen 2. For me? $17 head here, 17 more. If you want 10 or more. 10 or more. We got 17, 10 or more. Gate run, 10 or more. You could buy 10. Yep. I spent a lot of money on my truck, but I got her. Got one more job, and that's on Tuesday afternoon with special salad. Oh, boys, looky here. They're all ram lambs, and if you want 10 or more, gate run, 10 or more, gate run, 83 pounds on them, 8 and 8 and 16, I've been a 20, I've been a 270, 260, 250, 240, 240, 200, 25, 200, around 500, around 500, around 200, around 500, around 10, around 15, around 20, around 20, now 500, around 530, 230, now 500, around 500, around 230, around 500, around 230, 540, 240, 45, 242 and a half, now 5, 240, 247 and a half, now 52, 52, 52, 52 and a half, 250, now 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 252 and a half, 255, now 252 and a half, now 500, now 500, now 500, now 257 and a half, now 257 and a half, now 250, 500, now 57 and a half, 257 and a half, 250, 500, now 257 and a half, now 250, 500, now 257 and a half, now 255, now 256, 255, now 256, now 600, sold them 255, 409, pen 8. You want to make? They taste the same, eh? Pen 8. Pen 8. She put it through already. What made you change your mind? Now the other ones will be cheap. No, I shouldn't say cheap. They're sheep. That's what I meant to say. Say sheep. That was my mistake of the day. I better be smart enough now. My foot. You know, I used to be able to do it, but I can't come close anymore. But I get it in there anyways, but that's... yeah, I bet you will. You might all be able to outrun me. I can't do that anymore. Okay, we're going to bring that one back. You'll have to send that in, I guess, by man. So you're messaging to take pictures? Yep. We got more females, so we're going to weigh this one, and then we're going to add it to the females and weigh the whole batch back in so that you have your weight. Can you do that? Why not do it right now? £1,356 divided by the 16. They weigh 84.75 pounds. 85. You got to wait? Yeah, it's weighed. Okay, we'll bring that one back. He weighs 50. Oh, no, we're not going to bring it back. We're going to delete the ticket, add to the females, and we'll bring the females all back. There's 7. Here they are. 7 times they're females. All right, on the good little females weighing 65 pounds on them. They're 210, 210, 10, 10, 210, 25, 200 on the middle, and 200 on 200 on the middle. 160 and 500 and 500 and 116 and 500 and 500 and 116 and 500 and 116 and 500 and 500 and 162 now 2 now 165 and 7 and 167 and 167 and 167 and 70 at 170 70 70 70 72 and 170 and 2 and 171 170 and 71 and 2 and 2 and 2 and 2 and 3 and 3 and 174 and 174 and 175 and 5 and 5 and 176 and 176 and 176 and 600 and 175 and 176 and 175 and 177 and 177, 177, 176, that are now 177, sold $176, 237. We'll go to pen number 9, 2379. Ram lamb, it'll be in 54 pounds here, 54 pounds, 155, 5 at a 150, 50, 40, 40, 140, at $140, 120, 5 at 130, 30, 130, 130, 5 at a 130, now 5, now 5 at a 130, now 5, at 130, 5 at a 5 at a 140, at 140, 5 at a 150, now 5 at a 155, 60, 60, 60, 60, 160, at a 155, at a 160, at a 160, at a 155, now 160, at a 160, so about 155, at $155, 237.9. We don't have a weight on these females. What time is the sale going to be done today? 1? They're females, and they're 89 pounds, 92, 270, been to $300, and then trading at 3 and 230, now 40, 240, now 50, now 45, now 52, 50, now 5, now 5, now 5, 60, 62, 62, 165, now 5, 7, 75, 275, 275, 80, 82, 82 and a half, 285, 87 and a half, 287 and a half, 287 and a half, 285, 7 and a half, 7 and a half, 85, 287 and a half, 287 and a half. Sold them. Sorry. 2X. Hammer the rum. Yes. 2. Did you get... Okay, here's a little opportunity to get some little bit of fall lambs here. There's 7 of them. 31 pounds here, down 31 pounds on them, 31, 31, 150, 150, 150, 140, 140, 130, 130, 120, 120, at $110 now, 190 now, 2.5, and $90, 92 now, 2.5, 92 now, 95, 97, 97 and a half, $100 bill, $100 now, 2.5, 102 now, 105, 107. Brad, you're standing in the way. The band would like to bid 17 and a half, now 10, 12 and a half. 15, 17 and a half, 120, 122 and a half, 122 and a half. Why not? You've been biking all the way. 120, not 2 and a half, at $120, now 2 and a half, at 120, now 2 and a half, at 120, now 2 and a half, at 120, 122 and a half. They're sold at $120, 409, and they got to go to pen number 4. I know the routine. I've been here for the first time after last week. start buying for you too pretty soon. Ram lambs, 63, 2 pounds. 62 pounds on them, 182, and then 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 170, 170, 150, 52 and a half at 152 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 and a half at 5 at 7 and a half at 157 and a half at 157 and a half at 155 now 157 and a half at 60, 60, 62 and a half at 162 and a half at 162 and a half at 162 and a half at 165 and a half at 7 and a half at 167 and a half at 167 and a half at 167 and 70, 70, 170 and 2 and a half at 172 and a half at 175 at 175 and 177 and a half at 177 and a half at 177 and a half, 80, 80, 80, 177 out of 180, sold them 177 and a half. Same way. What, 8 them? 8. Sort them. 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. My apologies. Hey, we got 7 more. No, make it 6. 47 pounds on them there, 170, 170, 140, now 5 at 140, 42 and a half at 140, now 2 and a half at 140, bid 2 and a half at $140, now 142 and a half at $140, now 2 and a half at 140, now 2 and a half at 142 and a half at 140, 42 and a half, 5 at 145, and 5 at 5, Ryan, you're out, 145, 142 and a half at 145, and 5 at 145, 142 and a half at 145, and 142 and a half at 145, and 142 and a half at 145, 142 and a half, 4. 409 to 4. You missing? Are you missing Tammy or what? You looking for Tammy? Is she spending your money out there? Here, down 600, here now 200, 200, 200, 200, the 200 and 2 at 152 and a half, 5, 152 and a half at 155 and 5 at 155 and 152 and a half at 155 dollar number 157 at 157 at 157 at 155 and 17 out 60, 60, 60, 160, 160, 160, 160 dollar now 60, 160, 162 and a half at 160 dollar now 2 and a half at 162 and a half at 15, 67 at 167 at 167 at 77, 70, 170, 72 and a half. 175, 175, 177, 177, 177, 175, 177, 80, 182 and a half, 185, 182 and a half at 5, sold them 182 and a half, 237, pen number 9. These are the Ram lambs, Gavin's lambs here, and there's 8 of them. Good count on them, guys. 61. 210. 261 now 70 $200 $240 $240 $240 $200 $222 $185 now 190 $185 now 190 $185 now 190 $90 $90 $185 now $190 $185 now 86 $185 now 186 now 185 now 185 now 185 now 180 180 180 180 175 175 now 170 170 170 170 70 70 170 170 160 160 now 60 now 60 160 at 160 now 5 at 160 now 5 at 5 at 160 now 5 at 170 70 70 70 70 75 at 5 at 170 now 5 at 175 170 now 5 at 175 and 72 and a half at 170 72 and a half at 170 now 2 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 and a half. Sold about 170 237 170 237 9. Bet number 9. Boys, feed these lambs, roll them into some money. You know, we have never had that many raspberries this year. Like, unbelievable. 23 lambs here, 23 times on them, and I mean 51 pounds here, 51 pounds on them there, 160, 160, 160, 150, 50, 40, 40, 140, 120, now 5 to 120, now 5 to 125, now 130, 30, 30, 125, now $130, now 125, now 130, 125, now $130, now 120, now $130, now 130, 30, 30, 130, 130, 130, 125, now 130, 30, now 5, 140, 140, 145, 145, 50, 150, 155, at 155, now 160, $160, minimum 155, now 160, 160, 60, 60, 60, 60, 60, 155, now 160. They're sold at 155, 409, 8, 4. 409 to 4, 409 to 4. No, will be. Hey, Johnny. John, okay. She clerked it in 8, but they will be in 9 or 4. Okay. Your pen number will be right, but your paperwork will change it. 7 on 7 times here. Withers. Rams, the little Rams here, now I'm going to 45 pounds here, 45, now I'm going to 130, 130, 130, 130, 130, 130, 130, 130, 120, 120, 100, 15, 15, 110, 15, 120, 120, now 5, 125, 130, 130, now 5, 135, 40, 140, 140, 40, 40, 42 and a half, 140, now 25, 145, 145, 147 half, 147 half, 150, 150, 52 and a half, 150, now 2 and a half, 5, 155, 5, 7 and a half, 157 and a half, 157 half, 160, 160, 160. It's sold them 157, 50, 237, pen number 9. Jacob sheep. Jacob Sheep, ewe lamb. On the ewe lamb here now, weighing 46 pounds on his one here now, 140, 140, 130, 130, 130, 130, 130, 90, now 5, 95, 100, now 5 at 100, now 5 at 110, 110, 110, 15, now at $110 bill, $110, now 110, 110, 110, 110, 115, 15, 15, 115, 120, 120, now 5 at 120, final 130, 130 on the ewe lamb, 120, final 130, 130, 30, 30, 120, final 130, 130, $125, now 130. 130, 120, final 130. Sold them at $125. 212, 212 to pen 3. Got a bunch of them, I believe, coming now. Okay, we got them whole pen of them Jacob lambs here, 4 ewe lambs. You're looking breeding stock. Here's your opportunity. They're ewes and they're lambs and they're young. They're from Bill. They're 65 pounds on them. 190, $200 number 200 number 190 number 180, $180 number 180 number 140, 45, $140 number been the 50, 50, 145, 150, $150 145, 150, $150 145, 150, at 150, 50, 50, 50, 145, $150 bill, 150, 150, 145, 50, 150, 160, 160, 160, 160, 160, at $160 bill, 160, 160 bin the power bin the power bin the power 162 and a half bin the power bin the power 165 162 and a half bin the 5 7 half 167 half 165 7 half 165 7 half 165 7 half 167 half 167 and a half at 165 167 half 165 7 half 165 167 half 167 half 167 half sold them 165 8 409 pen number 8 409 pen 8. Okay, there's 4 more. They weigh Oh, there's 5. Okay, we'll change that then. They were 110 pounds. It should be 89, 88. And their ram lambs at 88 pounds on the ram lambs, 88 pounds on them. They're now 3. No, 275, 275 and 75 and 75 and 75, 262, 200, now 5, 200, now 5, now 10, 15, now 20, now 5, now 30, 230, 230, 230, now 5, 235, 40, 240, 240, and 5, 240, now 5, 50, 250, 50, 50, 50, 50, 250, 250, now 250, now 5, out of 1, now 5, 255, now 60, 260, now 60, now 60, now 60, 255, now 60, 60, 60, 60, 255, to 260, 255, to $260 bill, to 255, to 260, 260, 260, 260, sold at $255, and they go to 212, pen number 3. And 3 more ram lambs, 3 more, then 3 times here, 6.5. It's 65 pounds here, now 180, 180, 100, now 5 out of 110, 15, now 110, 15, 120, 120, now 5, 125, now 130, 130, 130, 135, 5, 5, 40, 40, 140, 140, 140, 135, now 140, 45 out of 140, now 5 to find 50, 155, and 5 out of 155, at 150, now 5 out of 150, now 5, 5, 5, 5, 150, now 5, now 60, 160, 160, now 5, 160, now 5. 160 now 5 out of 160 now 5 out of $160 now 5. They're sold 160 160. They go to 409 8. One more here now. This is the mama. All right here now 128. New deal, all right. So it's not, it's from ULAM here now, 128 on them, 350, 300, 305, 300, now 5 on the ULAM, $300, now would have been the 5, would have been the 5, would have been the $300, now would have been the 5, would have been the 5, would have been the 5, 5, 5, 305, $300, now would have been the 5, would have been the 10, 10, 10, 310, 310, 310, 310, 310, 15, 15, 15, 20, 320, 320, now 5, 330, 330, 330, now 5, 335, now 40, 340, 335, now 40, 40, 40, sold 335, 409 into 8. ULAM here, another one of your 90. 270, 77, 250, now 500, now 70, now 500, now 500, now 250, now 500, now 500, now 250, 50, 50, 40, 40, 40, 230, now 5, 230, now 500, now 500, now 500, now 230, now 500, now 500, now 230, 35, 230, now 500, now 500, now 500, now 500, now 230, now 1 5, 235, 235, now 40, 240, 240, 240, 240, 235, 240, 240, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, sold 235, 409, pen number 8. You, Klaus, he sleeps at night. You slept in the sale. You slept at the sale. Okay, there's 8 of them. They're going to weigh 88 pounds. 8 times 88 pounds. Pardon me? No, there isn't any that I saw. Oh, look here. There's 8 of the best. We've got 8 times just lambs here. They are the Heinz lambs. They're wither lambs. Ram lambs. Ram lambs. 9, 18, $300. 300, 280, 270, 70, 60, 240, now 5, $240 now and 5 on 50, 215 and 560 and 216 and 500 and 216 now 500 now 500 now 260 now 5, 260 now 500 now 500 now 262 and a half, 262 and a half now 260 500 now 267 and a half. Okay. Okay. We got bigger ones coming if you want bigger ones. You want bigger ones? Okay, we're keep going. 265 now, 7.5. 267 and 70, 70, 270, 70, 270, 272 and 272 and 5, 275, 277 and a half, 277 and 275, 277 and 275, 277 and 77 and 275, 277 and a half, 277 and a half, 80, 280, 280, 280, 1, 280 now, 1, 2, 282, 283, 283. So 282, 409, 10.8. Pardon me? Who does? Not him, it was the other person. Okay, we're going to sell choice. Gate run. Okay, gate run. Take as many as you want. I got 4 good ram lambs. You want breeding rams? Here's breeding stock, guys. Some of the best. There's 4, Annie. Can you change it? All right, 4 times, all right. I've been 4 times, 130 pounds, 500, 500 down, 500, 300. Thank you. Now 10, 300 down, 10 down, 10 down, 300 down, 310 down, 10 down, 10 down, 10 down, 310 down, 15 down, 315 down, 315 down, 15 and 20, and now 5, 320, now 5 down, 330 down, 320, 5 down, $330. We lost today. We're 80. They were 1/3. 330 now 5, 330 fine up 40, 40, 40, 40, 340 now 5, 340 fine up 50, 350 now 5, 350 fine up 5, 350 now 5, $350 down, $5 down, $5 down, $350 down, $5 down, $5 down, 60, and now 5, and 360 fine up 70, 370, 70, 70, 70, 70, 70, the best here, guys, 370, 360 $5 down, $370 down, $70 down, $360 $5 down, $370 and $360 $5 down, $370, now 5, now 80, 380, 380, 380, 380, 8. Yes, sir, 380, now 5, 390, 390, $390, 90, now 5, at 95, at 4, at 400, now 400, now 400, now 5, at 410, now 10, now 410, now 10, now 10, now 405, now 410, now 10, now 410, at 410, 15, 415, 420, 420, now 5, 430, 430, now 5, 440, 440, now 5, at 50, 450, at 450, now 5, at 450, final 60, at 460, 460, 450, $5 now 60, Bill, you want in, 460, 450, $5 now 460, 460. They're sold at 455. Buyer number was 1218. You want them all? You want the one with the black head? He's got a pen, 140, Russ Pace, 142. 142, 142. For the same price? Gavin, you want one too? You want one as well, a pick? No. Sell again, choice, fair enough, 500. 355, 355 and 63, $360 bill. 355 and 360 and 60 and 60 and 60 and 360 and $355 now and 360 now 5, 365 and 70, 70, 70, 70, 370, 70, 70, 365 and 370, 75, 370 now 5, now 80 and 380 now 5, 385 and 90, 90, 385 and 390, 385 and 390, 90, 90, 385 now $390, 390, 385, 390. Sold them at $385, 303. Pen number 2, X, 2X. Okay, hold it, just hold it. I got one more choice out of there, and he's going to take it. And then you can do same price to 237. Pen number 9 for 1. Okay, which one? The outside one, okay. Same pen. 9. We'll just have to weigh it. Yeah, just weigh it by itself. Okay, we'll just weigh this one. Another good lamb. 340, 340, 340, 340, 320, now 5, 320, 25, $320, now $500, now $500, now 320, now $500, now $500, now 320, now $500, now $500, now 320, $500, now $500, now 325, $320, now 1, 2 and a half, 320, now 2 and a half, 320, 2 and a half, 320, 2 and a half, 320, now number been 5, 320, now 5, 320, now 2 and a half, 320, now 2 and a half, 5. 320, 500 on 500 on 320, 500 on 500 on 320, 500 on 500 on 7.5, 320, 7 on 30, 330, 330, 30, 30, sold them 327, 50, buyer 10, 10, 7. 10, 10, 7. We got used, big used, good used. There's 23 of them. Oh, there's 7. All right, you guessed a little wrong this time. 216, 330, 330, 30, $300 now, and 240, and 5, and 240, fine, and $50, $250 bill, and 250, and 50, 50, 240, fine, and 50, and 5, 250, fine, and 60, 260, and 5, 260, and 5, and 70, 70, 270, and 5, and 280, 285, 290, 290, 95, 295, and 300, now 5, 35, now 10, 310, 15, 15, now 20, 320, 320, 320, now 5, 325, 30, 330, now 5, 335, 332 and a half, now 5, 335, now 7.5, 330, 40, 340, now 2.5, 340 and 2.5, 345, 345, 47 and a half, 347 out, 345 and 347 and a half. Sold them at 345, and that'll be a new buyer at 2674. Number 5. Three times, and these are rams. Ewes are ewes as well. And 3 times here now, and this one's here now at 185 pounds here. 185 pounds on them there. $300 now, $300 now, $300, 285, 280 now, 590, 290 now, 295 with $300 and 535, 310, 310, 10, 10, 15, 15, 20, 320 and 5, 325 and 30, 330, 335, 335 and 40, 340 now, 5, 345 and 50, 350 now, 5, $350 now, 555, 350 now, 5, 350 now, 5, 350 now, 5. Sold them at 350. 2674, pen number 2674, pen number 5. 2 more here. These ones are 136 pounds here. 136 pounds on these ones here now. 230, 230, 200, 205, 205, $200 now. Would have been the 5, 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 would have been the 10, 10, 210, 15, 15, 20, 220, now 5, 225, 30, 230, now 5, 235, 40, 40, 240, now 5, 245, 50, 250, $250 bill, 245, 55, 250, now 5, 60, and 260, now 5, 260, now 5, 270, 270, 270, 75, 270, now 5, 275, 280, 280, 80, 275 280, 280, 280, 275 280, 275 280, 280. Now 5. 280, 85, $280. Now would have been the 5, would have been the 5, would have been the 5, would have been the 5. Sold them at $280. Buyer 2674, pen 5. Four ewes here down but 114 pounds on them, 114, 200, 200, 200, now 175, 80, 175, 180, 180, 180. What would you like, sir? You would like to bid on the green mark? I see. So we're going to give me $200 for one, 205. Okay, we're going to sell as many as you want. I got 200 for as many as you want. 25, 10. Take as many as you want. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, now 5, 240, 245, 240, now 5, now 5, now 5, and 5, and 245, and 50, 250, 250, 250, now 5, 255, and 260, 260, now 5, 265, 5, 5, 70, 70, 75, 275, 80, 200, 80, 280, now 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, now 90, 290, now 5, 295, $300, now 5, 300, now 10, 10, 10, 15, 20, 320, now 5, 325, 5, and 330, 330, now 5, 330, find a 40, 340, 330, find a 40, 40, 335, now 40, sold them at 335, buyer 2674. One with the green mark. One with the green mark. He's got a pen number, a 5. The green mark one is sold, the other 3 go on the scale. Open up. Heads up. Woo! Three left. So your single weighed 134 pounds. Your single one, 134. We're coming back with the 3, and we're going to sell 3. $220. 220, 20, 200, 180, 85, 180, now 5 and 180, now 5 and 190, 190, 190, 190, 180, find a 190, 180, find a 190, 195 and 190, now 5 and 190, find a $200 and $200 and 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 2, 5, 200, 10, 10, 10, 10, $210, now 15, 15, 15, 20, 22, 22, 15, now 20, 220, now 5, 5, 5, 230, 30, 30, 230, now 2.5, 230, now 5, 235, 237 and a half, 237 and a half, 40, 40, 240, 237 out of it, 40, and 237 out of it, 240 and 40 and 40, and sold them at 237.50 Western sheep, 237.50, 777, 1100, 1100, and go to pen 141, 3, 143. Pardon me? Yes, we can. Selling choice on these ewes here. Sell choice on them ewes here. Down 3, 3, 3, 2, 210, 210, 15, now 20, now 5, now 30, 230, now 5, now 40, 240, now 240, 240, now 40, 240, 235, now 240, now 5, 240, find a 50, 250, now 5, 255, 250, now 5, 5, 2.5, 5, 7.5, 250, 7.5, 7.5, 250, 60 and 60 and 2.5, 260 and 2.5, $260, now 260, 2.5, 5, 265, 7.5, 267, 70, 70, now 2.5, 272 and a half, 75, 277 and a half, 277 and a half, now 80, now 2.5, 282 and a half, now 5, 285, 5, 5, 287 and a half, 287 and a half, now 90, 290, 92 and a half, 295, 297 and a half, 297 and a half, 297 and a half, $300, $300 at 297 and a half, now $300 and $300. I sold them at 297, 297.50. The buyer number is 2674. How many would you like, sir? 2. Multicolored one on the outside. 2 head go on a pen number Jingo 5. Five up, 5 down, single bet. 5 times weighing 128 pounds. Yours weighed 100. Keep her on. Yours weighed 149. Hey, you're down 5 times at 128 pounds on them there. You're down. Oh, you just want to sell 2 more now? What was it? Got 3. All right, here now, 230, 230, 230, $200, now 122, at 175, at 180, 180, 175, at $180 bill, at 175, at 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 175, at $180 bill, at 180, 180, 180, now 2 and a half at 180, 2 and a half at 180, 80, 2 and a half at 180, now 2 and a half at 180, now 2 and a half, 5, 185, now 187, half at 187, half at 187, half at 187, half at 190, 190, 190, 190, now 2 and a half at 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 190, now 2 and a half, sold about 190, 237, 9. I'd here now 3 times at 119, 119. Here down there, number 119 pounds. All right, we'll sell it. Should we sell 1 out of there? Sell 3, sell 3. 250, 50, 40, 40, 30, 30, $200 bill, $200 or now $100, now 10. At $100 or now 110, 110, 110, $100 or now 110 or now. I got 100. Okay, hold on. I hear something. 250 choice? Oh, that's like 2.5 sheep, Brad. We got to do that. 250. We're going to sell choice. 55, 60, 5, 70, now 5, 270, now 5, now 5, 275, now 5, now 275, now 270, now 5, 270, now 5, 270, now 5, 275. I sold $270. 303, 2x, 2 straight. Only 1? Or are you taking them all 3 by now? You made it. I'm going to speak Dutch for a minute. Kost je geen entreegeld hier, hè, om mee te delen. Hè? Jullie ook. 2 on, 1 back, gone, sold it, 1 gone. 138 plus. 109 coming back. Hey, now $100, 105, $100 now, $105, $105, $105, $105, $105, at $105, 15, $120, $5, 30, 35, at 135, at 135, at 140, 140, 40, 40, 40, 135, 140, 140, 140, 140, 135, 140, sold them 135, 135, 409, new pen. We're going to give you pen 10. Pen 10, Jonathan. 409. Hey, Ken D, how are you? 409. Ew. Next generation in training. Black one, black one. Here down 200 and 200 and 2 and 200 and 200 and 2 and 205, 200 down 500 down 500 down 200 and 500 down 500 overnight. 200 and 500 down 500 and 200 down 200 down 200 and 500 down 500 down 200 down 5. 210 down 15 down 20 down 500 down 5 down 30 down 500 down 235. 230 500 down 500 down 230 down 500 down 500 down 230 and 5 and 5 and 5 and 5 and sold them 230 409 10 number 10. Oh, 8 on that one. 8, 8, 8, 8. 8. Two times here, two times on them. Young ones here, 153 pounds here. 330, 330, 330, 320, 320, 280. Now 5, 5, 90, 290, 290, 90, 290, 95, 295 at 300 now. 300 on bill. 5, 5, 10, 310, 315, 120, 320, 20, 25, 5, 30, 330 dollar bill. Now 5, 335, 340 and 340 dollar bit more and 335 dollar bit 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 335 dollar bit 340. Sold him 335, 303, pen number 2. One time here, down in the 400, 400, 300, 300, 260, down 5, 260, down 500, down 500, down 260, down 500, down 500, down 260, down 500, down 500, down 260, 60, 60, 250, 220, now 5, 220, down 1, 500, down 500, down 220, 500, down 500, down 220, 500, down 500, down 30, down 230, 230, down 30, down 220, for 30, now 500, down 500, down 40, down 240, 40, 45, 5, 5, 5, 5, and 240, now 5, 245, $240, now 1, 550, 250, 240, 500, 250, 250, sold them 245, 26 and 74, 26, 74, pen 5. All right, sell this. Oh, it's a goat. Doling, all right, got Doling here, down here, now, here now, 150, 150, 50, 150, 140, 140, 140, 140 on the Doling here, 130, 130, 120, 120, 100 on a bill, 100 now, 500 now, 110 now, 115 now, 120 now, 500 now, 120, 500 now, 500 now, 130 now, 500 now, 130 now, 5, 130 now, 500 now, 500 now, 130, 35 at 130, 40, 140, 140, 15 at 145, at 145 now, $150 now, 5 at 155 on Palm at 155 at 150, 60, 160, 160, 160, 160, 60, 60 at 160 dollar now at 155 now 160 dollar now 160 dollar now 160 sold at 155 at 155. You want a new pen? No, 237. Yeah, 9 should work. Ha, go. This is the start of the dispersal. Look here, Christopher's kids. Not his kids, his goats. Kids are watching. Got an order? You have an order? Oh, look here, there's 5 of them weighing 59 pounds on them there, 300, $300 now, 280, 280, 250, 250, 250, 250, 240, 240, 240, 230, 230, 230, 200, $200 bail, $200 now, 205, $200 now, $500 now, $500 now, $200 now, $200 and $500 now, $500 now, $200 now, $200 and $500 now, $500 now, $200 now, $205, $200 now, $500 now, $500 now, $200 now, $200 and $500 now, $500 now, $500 now, $200 now, $200 and $500 now, 500 now, 10 now, 10 now, 15 now, 215, 215 now, 215 now, 210 now, 215 now, 15 now, 15, 20, 220, 25, 220 now, 500 now, 500 now, 500 now, 220, 500 now, 500 now, 500 now, 220, 500 now, 220, 500 now, 5, 30, 30, 30, 30, 30, 230, 220, 500 now, 230 now, 220, 500 now, 230, 230 now, 230, sold at $225, and they go to pen buyer number 303. New pen, is that what I'm seeing? I think one 144. 144. Two more from the same man, a little lighter, and 43 pounds here. And are they dolings or bucks? Bucklings again at 43 pounds on them. They're number 160, 160, 160, 160, 160, 150, at 150, at 150, 40, 40, 140, 130, 120, now 5 at a 130, now 5 at a 140, now 5 at a 140, now 5 at a 5 at a 50, 50, 150, now 5 at a 160, 160, 160, now 5 at a 170, 170, now 5 at 170, now 5 at 5 at a 170, now 5 at 5 at a 170, now 5 at 172 and a half, at 170, now 5 at a 175, now 5 at a 5 at a 172 and a half, now 5 at a 177, half at a 177, half at a 175, now 177, half at a 175, now 177 half, at a 175, now 177, half at a 175, out at a 177, half at a 177 and a half, sold about 175, 243, 960, 960, 149. One year now, pen 140, about 1 year now, 1 year now, she's laying, doling at 164 pounds here, 64 pounds on them there, 260, 260, 260, 260, 250, 250, 250, 250, 240, 240, now 5 at 240, now 5, 250, 250, 250, 240, find a $250 bill, a $250 down, but I've been the 50, now 5, a 250, find a 60, 260 down, 5, 5, $260 now 5, a $260 now 5, 5, 260, 65, 260 now 5, $260 now 5 would have been the 5 would have been the 5 would have been the $260 now 5 would have been the 5 would have been the 260 now 5, sold at 260, 730, 730, new pen, 153, 153, 153. Oh, they're dolings and they're beautiful. They're 50 pounds, 50 pounds, 50 pounders here now. One bid on them. They're 220, 220, 200, 200, 200, 175, 80, 180, 175, now 180, 180, 180, 175, now 180. 175 bid, now 180, now 5 at a 180, now 5 at a 5 at a 5 at a 5 at a 180, now 5 at 180, now 5 at 180, now 5 at a 180, now 5 at a 180, now 5 at 180, 85, number 1 goats, 180, now 5 at 180, now 590, 190, 190, 90, 190, 190, 90, now 5 at a 190, now 5 at a 190, now 5 at a 5 at a 5 at a 5 at a 190, now 5 at a 190, now 5 at a 190, now 5, 190, now 5 at 109, 200, 200, now 5 at 25, 10, 210, 10, 10, 15, 15, 210, 215, 215, sold at 210, 210, 960, 149. Okay, we got 4 more. These are little ladders. They're dolings. Is that your request? What if I say no? But we will. You're the money. You guys got the money. I just got to do. We're going to sell choice. Yes, there is 2 different breeds in here, or 3. We're just going to sell them as per head, and then you can take as many as you want. Bill, you got that? You can take that fuzzy one, you know, cuddle it up with them a little here now. Sell them 34 pounds, 140. 105, 110, 40, now 5, 140, final 150, now 5 at a 150, final 160, 160, now 5 at a 160, final 170, 170, now 5 at a 170, final 180, 180, now 5 at a 180, now 5 at a 180, final 190, at 190, 5 at a 190, now 5 at a 190, now 5 at a 190, now 5 at 190, now 5 at a 190, now 5 at a 190, now 5 at 190, now 5. You can take it to Holland at 190, now 5 at a 190, now 5 at a 190, now 5 at a 190, now 5, 190, now 5, sold $190. Buyer number 2, 3, nope, 730. Take how many? 2. And they will go to 153, penning crew, 153. Okay, so those 2 are sold. We'll do it again. Here now at 180, 190, 180, 170, 140, now 40, now 5 at 140, now 5 at 140, now 5 at 145, 5, 5, 5 at 140, now 5, 140, now 5 at 140, now 5 at 140 dollar, now 5 at 140, now 5 at 140, now 5, 145 at 150, now 5 at 155, 60, now 5, 165, 70, 170, now 5, 180, 185, 185, 185, 190, 190, 190, 185, 190, 185, 190, 90, 90, 190, 185, $190. I sold them to the lady over here at 185. Buy your number, please. $31.26. 145. $145 it is. Sell choice again. Good set of nannies. If you want, these all the mamas, guys, we're going to sell you choice. If you want to pick and choose of the quality stuff here at 100 and there's 9. 103 pounds. And the bonus part is they have been with a billy, so they could be bred back. But we won't guarantee it, a buck or a billy. All right, here now, here now, all right, here, $400 and pick and choose, $400 now, $350. There's no comment to that. $350. $350 out of here now. $300 now. $5. $300 now. Would have been the pick and choose. $3.5. $300 now. Would have been the $5. Would have been the $5. Would have been the $5. Would have been the $300 now. Would have been the $5. 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 Would have been the $300 and the $5. Would have been the $5. Would have been the $5. $5. $5. $5. $5. $3. $5. $300 now. Would have been the $300 now. Would have been the $3. $3. $3. $3. $250. $60. $250 now. Would have been the $60 now. Would have been the $70 now. Would have been the $270 now. Would have been the $70 now. Would have been the $260 now. $5. $5. $5. $260 now. Would have been the $5. Would have been the $70 now. Would have been the $5. Would have been the $5. $80 down. $280. $80 now. Would have been the $80 now. It's only money. $275 to $280. They're here today. $280. $280 now. $5. $5. $5. $5. $280 now. Would have been the $5. Would have been the $5. Would have been the $5. Would have been the $280 now. Would have been the $5. Would have been the $285. $285. $2.5. $5. $5. $5. $285. $85. $85. $282 would have been the $5. Would have been the $5. Would have been the $5. Would have been the $282 would have been the $285. Would have been the $5. Would have been the $285. $282 would have been the $5. Would have been the $5. Would have been the $5. Would have been the $587.5. $285. $287.5 would have been the $285. Would have been the $287.5. $285 would have been the $87.5. $7.5 $87.5 would have been the $285. $287.5 would have been the $285. $287.5. Sold them at $285. Buyer number 3126. You want 4? You pick your 4. You want to go? Let her go. That's a good one. That one right there. That one's a good one. That's a good one. I would have rather taken the black one. That's good. Those 4? All right. So 4 of them are going to go to pin number 31, 145. 145. Anybody else here? Now we got some nice goats. 285. Okay, as you were the runner-up, sir, buyer 1010 takes the black one. 1010 is in 7. No, the other 4 look much better too. Anybody else here? Nice here, $285. We got 4 left. They have been exposed. No, we'll sell the other 4, so much a piece. Take 4. 290. $290, $90 now would have been the 290. We're going to sell the group now. Okay, we're going to weigh them for a minute, and then we'll sell them. 290, 95, but 290. Well, I was asking 290. 90. Oh. man, oh man, yeah. I never did. 290. 290 isn't 100 in there. You know, that's what you get. Eh? They argue with you. But they're paying customers. So maybe he wants to pay. Yeah. 290, 100, 2900. All right, here down three. I'm going to bend 280, 280, 270, 270, 260, 260, 250, 250, 240, 240, 230, $200 now 5, $200 now 5, now 10, now 15, now 20, 25, now 30, now 40, now 240, now 50, now 60, now 260, now 255, $250 now been 5, been 5, been 5, been 5, 255, $250 been 5, been 5, 60, 60, 60, 60, 60, 5, 5, 5, 5, 260 now 5, 260 now 5, now 5, now 260 now 5, 5, 260 bit of 5, 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 bit of 5. Sold them at $260, a $260 buyer. 500, 154. Is this the daddy? Hey, this is the buck. Here's the buck. Sell the buck to me now, $1,000 here now, boys. Oh boys, look at here, $1,000 now, $1,000 now, $1,000 now, $1,000 now, $900 now, $999, $800 now, $800 now, $800, $800, $800, $800, $700 now, $700 bill, $700 now, been $700 now, $600, $600 now, $600 now, $600 now, $500 now, $500 been $500 been $500 now, $4 at $425, $400 now, $25, $400 and a quarter, at a quarter, and a quarter, and a quarter now, $425, 50, 50, 54, 55, 475, $500 been a quarter, round a quarter, 525, 525, 555, 55, 55, 25, $500, $550, 75, 575, 75, at 575, 575, 550, now 575, 75, 75, 75, 75, 550, now 575, 75, 575, at 575, now 550, now 560, at 560, now 60, now 550, now 560, now 550, now 560, now 560, at 550, now 560, now 550, now. Boys, here's a good billy we're selling. Breeding billy, 560, 550, 560, at 560 now 70, 507 now 560 now 7 now 507 now. I waited for him, I waited for you. At 560 now 507 now 570 now 507 now 560 now 570. Sold him at $560, $560 buyer, 500, 154. 7 times here, little guys. 180, 180, 180, 180. Billies. 180, 170, 170, 170, 160, 160, 150, 150, 150, 150, 150, 150, 130, 100, 110. $100 now, 105, $100 now, $105 now, $500 now, $100 now, $105 now, $500 now, $105 now, $500 no, $505. Pardon me? Yeah. Oh, this is a new deal? I thought these were the babies off of the other ones. These are Bobby Robinson. Still $100 bill. $100 now, but $100 now, $100 now, $900 now, $900 now, $98, $88, $80 now, $80 now, $75 now, $75 now, $75 now, $50 now, $5, $55 now, $60 now, $60 now, $60, $60, $60, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $5, $65, $70, $70, $70, $5, $5, and $70 now, $5, $75, $5 now, $80 now, $80 now. Just before we go on, we're understanding we're selling the whole bunch. Or did you want choice? Okay, that's what I thought when you bid. We're going to back this up for a minute so we all understand. We are going to put them up for open for choice if you want to do that, because yes, I should have done that right away. 80, 5. We're going to sell choice. We'll let her in at 80. Now 5. Now 90, 90, 90. Pick and choose. Now 5, 95, 100, 100. That's what happens. They go up then. Then you get a pick. 95 now 100. $100 now, $95 now, $100 now, $100 $95 now, $100 now, $100 $95 now, $100 $95 now, $100, $100 $95 now, $100 now, $100 $95 now, $100 $95 now, $100. Sold. $95. Buyer 960. One? That one I went to pen number 960 ahead of pen 149. No, we're just going to keep going. on them. Would you like to pick? No, because I got it at $95. You can pick. Take as many as you want. What's your buyer number first so we can clerk that in? Oh, 619? Okay. 146. Six one nine 146. Good choice. Solid brown one? Okay, you got her. 3 head. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you. Well, that's 3 head, 146. All right. Is there anyone else at $95 want to go? Either you have friends you can give it to or foes. I'm looking at you, sir. Anybody else? Okay. We're going to sell the balance together, so much a piece still, but you're going to be taking the 3 that are left. 90, 80, 50, 55. 50 down, find out a bit of 50, that a bit of find out a bit of find out a bit of 50, that a bit of find out a bit of find out a bit of 50, that a number of bit of find out a bit of find out a bit of 60, 60 down, find out down, 60 down, find out down, find out down, 70, 70 down, 65 down, 70, 70, 70, 70, 70, 70, 70, now 5, 70 down, find out down, find out down, 70 down, find out, find out, find out, find out, 70 down, with $5 bill, 70 down, find out down, $5. They're sold at $70 a piece. No, sir. That isn't going to work. You got to take all 3. What's your buyer number? 2920. 147. 147. We have 5 left here now. There's 26 pounds of these billies. Oh, 1 billy, 4 females. So we're going to sell choice? I guess, sell choice. $100 now, $100 now, $100 now, $100 now, $75 now, $50 now, $60 now, $55 now, $50 now, 5, at $50 now, $5 now, $50 now, $50 now, $60 now, $60 now, $60 now, $50 now, $5 now, $5 now, $60 now, $5 now, $70 now, $70, at $65 now, $7 now, $5 now, $75, $75, at $80 now, at $80, at $85, $85 now, $90, at $90, $95, $90, $92 and a half, $95, $95, $95, $95, $97 and a half, $97 and a half, at $97 and a half now, $100 now, $100 now, $100 now, 2 and a half, 102 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, $100 now, 102 now, 2 and a half, $100 now, 102 and a half. I sold them over here at $100. Buyer number 6. 619, wasn't it? No, 3126. 3126 buys. She takes 4. 3126 is in pen 145. 145, 145. Here comes Billy. $100 bill, $100 number, $100 number, $900 number, $900 number, $80 number, $80 number, $75 number, $60 down, $50 down, $5 down, $50 down, $5 down, $5 down, $50 down, 55. It's $50 down, been the $5, been the $5, been the $5, been the $5, been the $50 down, $5 down, $60 down, $5 down, 65, 65, $60 down, been $5, 65, 70, 70. It's $70 down, $65 number, been the 70, sold $65, 237, pen 9. They let you all the way out of Nanton? One time here, there, female there, number 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 170, number, we could have read together, you two. 170, now, 160, now, pardon me? 145, 140, $140, 140, 130, 120, at $100 bill, 5, at $100 now, $105, $100 now, $100 now, $100 now, $105, $5 now, $100 now, $105, 105, at $105 now, $5 now, $105 now, $5 now, $105 now, $100 bill. Where do you want to go? 90. What are we missing here? 80, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 35, $30 now, would have been the 5 now, $40 now, $5 now, 45, $50 now, $50 now, $55 now, $50 now, 5. It's $50. Just needed to get a start. That's all. $55 now, $60 now, $60 now, $55 now, 60, 60, 60 now, $5 now, $5 now, 65, 65, $60 now, 5, $60 now, been $5 minute, $5 minute, $60 minute, 5, 5, 5. Sold $60. 730 to 153. Yeah, I asked you once. We got a fancy set. They are fancy. There's a story. I gotta read it. It's something about that they've been exposed since January 1st. Exposed since January 1st. So there you go. Okay, there's one in there. Okay, there's one in there. It says it lost her baby, but it's not a 1-year-old in here. Okay. So if that's the case, we'll sell choice. Did I hear 500? 340, 50, 340, now 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 394, 410, 10, 410, 420, your choice, 420, 30, 430, 440, 450, 450, 60, 460, now 70, 480, 480, 480, 480, 480, 470 on bid, now 480, 480, 407, now 480, 80, 80, 80, 480, 480, 480, 40, your choice. 480, 47 now, 480, 407 now, 480 now, 480. They are sold at $470 to Mr. Buyer, 1010. He's coming to pick his goat. Watch it. Pardon me? Just change the head count. 3 head. Buyer 1010-7 is this pen number. 7. We'll do these ones over, guys. All right. Your choice still. 350, 60, 350, down 60, 60, 60, 60, 350, down 360. Still selling choice. I got 350, 360. 350, down 60, down 60, 60, 60, 350, down 60, down 370. Now 370, now 80, 380, 380, now 90, 390, now 400, down 400, now 410, down 10, bill. 20, now 420, now 20, now 20, now 420, 15, 20, 420, 420, 420, $1 in the 420, $1 in the 420, $1 in the 415, $1 in the 420. They're sold at $415, 1010. Just the one. 7 pence 7 for one. The young one. Seven again. Watch Bob here now with this. Here now. 350. Thank you. Now 5. 350 now 5. Still selling choice. 350 now would have been the 5. Would have been the 5. Would have been the 5. Would have been the 350 now would have been the 5. 350 now would have been the 5. Would have been the 5. Would have been the 355 now 60 now 365 and 365 65 now 70 and 75 375 75 75 370 now would have been the 5. Would have been the 5. Would have been the 370 now would have been the 5. Would have been the 5. Would have been the 5. Would have been the 375 80 5 90 5 through 400. 405. 400 are now 500 are not sold. 400. 400. 730. And you take all three? Thank you. 153 for 3. 153. 153. That's your dad? Oh, that's your dad. Hi, Dad. You could say it out loud, too. You don't know her? Oh, man. 400, 400. Is this the same man? Okay, it just says one brown boar lost her baby. You're down, me down, 400, down, 400, down, 350, 300, down, 300, down, 300, down, 3 and 3 and 300, down, 310, down, 300, down, 10, down, 10, down, 20 and 20 and 20 and 20 and 30 and 30 and 30 and 40 and 40, 350, down, 350, down, 50, down, 350, 50, 50, 50, 50, 60, 350. Now I have to look a little further, 60, 70, 370, down, 70, 80, 80, and 365, now 70, 70, 70, 70, 375, 5, 5, 5, 5, 80, 80, 380. 380, 375, out 80, down 375, down 380, 380. Sold them at $375, 10, 10, 10, 7. Four billies here now, 60 pounds on them, four billies. 270, 70, 70, 70, 70, 70, 200 now, 5, 5, 5, 2, 500 now, 200 now, 500 now, 500 now, 500 now, 210 now, 10 now, 215 now, 15 now, 20 and 5, 220 now, 500 now, 500 now, 220 now, 500 now, 500 now, 500 now, 30 now, 230, 220, 500 now, 35, 230 now, 500 now, 500 now, 235 now, 40 now, 240 now, 40 now, 240, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 230, 500 now, 240 now, 500 now, 500 now, 240 and 2 and a half, 240 and 2 and a half and 240 and 2 and a half, 2 and a half and 240 and 242 and a half. Sold them at $240, $240. 303, 144, 144. Was that back 40 Enterprises? Is he done now? Here now, $100 bill, 100, $100, $100, $100. Is that his? $100 new deal, $100 now, 190, 90, 80, 80, 80, $75 now, $50, $60, 50 now, $5, $50, 5, $50 now, 5 out of 55 now, 60, $60, 55 out of it, 60, 50 now, 5, 65, 65, 65, 70, 70, 70, 70, 70, 65 now, $70, 65 now, $70, 65 now, $70, 65 now, 70. The ladies' bottom today is $65, 1658. 165. Is that your first ones today? All right, we'll give you 150, pen 150. Six times here on the Bucklings at 53. 53 pounds at $200 and $2 and $200 and $200 and $200 and 180, 180, 180, 170, 170, 160, 160, 130, now 5 at 135, now 140, 140, now 5 at 150, 150, now 5 at 155, now 160, now 5 at 165, now 170, 170, now 5 at 175, now 180, 180, 5 at 185, now 185, now 190, 190, 92 and a half, at 192 and a half, at 195, at 197, at 197, at into $200 bail, $200 and $200 bail, at 200 and 197, and 200, 200, 197, and 200 bail, sold them 197 and a half, 960, 149. Three more bucklings here now. These ones are 43 pounds on them. 43 pounds on them. They're 135, 130, 130, 130, 135 at a 130, now 5, 130, now 5 at 5 at 5 at 5 at a 130, now 5. Oh, 130, now 5, 130, now 5 at 130, now 5 at 5 at 5 at a 135, 130, now 5 at a 130, now 5, 5, 5. 130, now 5 at a 130, now 5 at a 140, 140, 145 at 145, 150, 150, now 5 at 155, now 160, now 5, 160, now 5, 5 at a $160, now 70, 170, 175, 170, now 5, sold on 170. 960, 149, same way. $190, $300, now 3, now 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 245, 245, 240, 240, now 550, 250, 250, now 5, 250, 5, 5, 5, 5, 250, 5, 60, 60, now 5, 260, now 5, 5, 5, 5, 260, now 5, 70, 70, 70, 75, 270, now 5, 270, now 5, 5, 5, 275, 80, 80, 80, 280, now 5, 5, 5, 90, 92, 90, 95, 290, and 5, 5, 5, $300 and $300 and 5. Excuse me, 305, 5, 5, 5, 10, 10, 3, 10, and 15, and 15, and $315, now 310, now 315, and 15, and 15, and 15, and $315, and 20, and 25, and 320, now 5, 5, 5, 5, 322 and a half, 5, 5, 5, 5, 7 and a half, 327 and a half, 327 and a half, 327 and 30, 30, 30, 330, 330, sold them 327, 50, 10, 10, 7. Here's the one with leprosy on them there now. What about here now? You don't know what here now. $300 and a 3 and 3 and 3 and 3 and $300 and $200 and go. 210, 10, 210, $200 down to 2, 2, 160 now 5, 5, 5, 5, 70, 70, 75, 5, 5, 80, 80, 180 now 5, 5, 90, 90, 95, 195, 2, 200, 5, 5, 10, 10, 15, 15, 2, 15 and 2, 15, 15, 20, 220 now 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 30, 30, 35, 5, 235, 42, 40, 40, 245, 5, 240 now 5, 50, 50, 250 now 5, 5, 260, 60, 60, does 60, 1 in, 260 now 5, 265 now 70, 70, 70 now 5, 5, 5, 80, 80, 280 now 5, 285, 90, 92, 95, 95, $300 and 5, 5, 5, 3, 5, 5, 10, 10, 3, 5 now 10, 3, 5 now 10, 3, 5 now 10, 3, 5 now 10, sold 305, 409, 1. 8x, 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 got a dope. Got a dough here now, $300 now 2, 2, but 150 now 5, 150 now 5, now 160, 160, 160, 60, 60, 60, 155 now 160, 160 now 5, 5, 70, 70, 70, 170 now 5, 175 now 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 180, 175 now 185 now 185 now 190, 190, 95 now 190 now 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 190 now 5, 195 and 200, 200 now 5, 200 now 5, $200 now 5, 5, 5, $200 now 5, 5, 5, $200 now 205. I sold them at $200. Buyer 644. 151. 3 bellies at $300 now for $200 now 5 at $200 now $200 $150 now 60 $150 now 5 now $150 now 5 at $150 now 5 now 5 now 5 now $160 $160 now 5 at $160 now 5 at $165 now $170 $175 now $175 now $180 $185 at $185 now $190 $195 at $195 at $200 at $200 now $200 now 5 at 5 and 5 $205 $205 10 at $210 now 15 $215 $250 now 20 $220 now 5 at $225 now $230 $230 now 5 $235 $230 now 5 $5 $5 $40 $40 $240 $240 now 5 $240 now 5 $250 $250 $250 $250 now 5 $255 $250 now 5 $250 now 5 $5 $5 $250 now 5 $5 sold them at $250 $10 $10 $7 $250 $10 $10 got him 7. You're now 4 times more on the billies here at 180, 180, 180, 120, now 5 at 120, final 130, 130, 130, 130. 130, 125, now 130, 30, 30, 30, 130, 125, now $130, number $130, number 120, 30, 30, 35, at 130, now 5 to 40, at 140, 140, 145, at 145, now 150, 150, 145, now 155, 5, 5, 60, 160, now 5, 165, now $170, now 5, $180, now 5, 185, now 190, at 195, 190, now 5, 5, 5, 190, now 5, at $190, now 5, sold at $190, 644. 151. Look at this guy. On the belly there, 250, $200 now 160 now 5 at 160 now 5 5 5 160 now 5 70 170 70 70 70 70 165 now 170 at 165 now $170 now 165 now 170 70 70 75 5 5 5 80 80 180 $180 bill 180 180 185 5 5 190 195 195 200 now 5 5 5 10 10 10 15 15 215 and 20 20 25 at 220 now 5 5 220 $220 now 5 5 sold them 220 10 10 7. 2 times here on a nanny's here in the way 122 pounds on them there 350 350 50 350 to 50 305 300 now 5 5 10 310 315 15 20 320 now 5 and 30 330 now 5 340 340 now 5 345 5 5 340 and 5 5 5 $340 now 5 3 and a half 5 347 and a half 347 and a half 50 and 352 and a half 355 357 and a half 357 and a half 360 60 60 360 360 362 and a half 360 now 2 and a half 5 362 and a half now 5 5 362 and a half now 5 sold them 362 50 10 10 lot 7. Jack. 380, 380, 300, now 5, now 10, now 15, now 20, now 5, now 30, 330, now 5, now 40, now 5, 350, now 5, 350, now 5, 5, 355, 60 in, 65, 360 in, 5, 5, 5, 5, 70, 70, now 5, 375, 370, now 5, 5, 5, 5, 372 and a half, 577 and a half, 377 and a half, now 80, 382 and a half, 380, down 2 and a half, 5, 387 and a half, 7 and a half, 387 and a half, 7 and a half, 380, 90, 90, 90, 392 and a half, 390, 92 and a half, 395, 395, 97 and a half, 397 and a half, and $400 and 5, $405, $400 now 5, 5, 5, 10, at 410, 15, 415, now 20, at 420, 420, 420, now 5, 425, 430, 430, now 5, at 435, 430, now 5, 432 and a half, 35, 435, 435, at 432 and a half, now 5, sold them 432 and a half, 10, 10, 7. 280 now 5, 270 now 50 now 5, $250 now 5 $250 now 5 5 5 250 now 5, $250 now $5 now $60 now $60 now $260 now $255 now $260 now $260 now $60 now 5 5 5 now 72 70 now 5 now 75 now 80 280 now 5 now 92 92 95 95 95 now $300 now $5 now $5 now 300 and $5 10 10 10 $15 now $20 now $320 now $25 now $25 now $325 now $30 now $330 now $30 now 5 $330 bit defined now $40 now $340 now $335 bit 40 and 40 and 40 and $335 now 40 sold them at $335 $237.9. New pen? You want a new pen? Yeah, 9. $500 down, $500 down, $400 down, $400 and a quarter down, $400 down, $25, $400 and a quarter $400 down, $25, $425, at $400 down, $25, $400 down, $25, $400 down, $25, $25, down, $20 down, $420 down, $430 down, $430, at $430 down, $430 and 30 and 30 and 440 and 440 and 430 and 440, at $440 down, $430 down, $440 and 40 and 40 and 440 and 50, at $450 down 450 40 45 54 40 50 now 5 at 455 55 55 455 55 455 and 60 and 460 now 5 at 465 and 470 470 now 5 at 470 now bid $5 now $5 now sold them at $470 caught you sleeping $470 303 470 303 2x. Thank you for the sheep and the goat buyers and the pig buyers. We're now on to the horse and the VX activity. Lot number 1000 is a Billy. Oh no, that's a goat. Just says a brown pony. I would think it's either a stud or a gelding. Hey, you're down, sell the mail, you're number to know $1,000 down, $1,000 down, 10. This is Ryland. $1,800 down, $1,000 down, $900 down, $900 down, $900 down. Good feet, guys. $800 down, $700 down, $200 down, $300 down, $200 down, $300 down, $300 down, $250, $200 down, $50 down, $50 down, $200 down, $50 and 50 and 50 and $200 down, $250 and $200 down, $50 down, $200 down, $50 and 50 and. Hop on her. To him. Anybody want to ride it? I don't know if it's rideable or anything, but I don't know. It's not rideable? We don't know. Come on in the corner, bud. We're going to got a cowboy. Hold on to that. Yeah. He's going to climb on, see how it goes. We'll hold the halter. And they can buck pretty good to get you up. Okay, ready to go? 200, 250. 200 down 50 down 50 and 50 and 50 and 200 down 50 50 50 50 50 200 down 50 down 250 250 down 50 down 250 down 50. $250, $200 down 50 down would have been the $200 down 50 down would have been the $250 $200 bill $200 down 200 down 200 down 200 down 200 down 200 down 150 150 75. Here we go. 150 down 75 down 75 down 50. Don't have a forward yet. At 150 down 75 75 75 75 75 150 down 175 175 150 down 175 75 150 down 75. Boys, it's a pretty quiet little horse here that way. 75 not 2 and 200 down 175 down 200 down 2 2 2 2 and a quarter and 225 225 225 50 250 down 50 down 225 down 50 225 250 275 now 275 75 75 75 2 and now 3 and 300 and 300 and 3 300 and 300 and 300 and 275 and 3 now 3 now 3 now 3 now 300 and 300 and 275 and 3 quarter at 3 and a quarter now 325 at 300 and 25 and 300 and 25 25 300 and 325 at 325 and 300 and 25 and 325. Sell the horse for $300. 4. What pen are we going to? 91. Thank you. 4. Here now, this one's a blue roan stud or colt. Out of here now, 1100 now, 1100 now, 1000 now, 1000 little mare. 1000 now, 1000 now, 1000 now, 900. I think it's a female, actually. Oh, it says filly. Okay, we'll call it a filly. So that's what it is. Yep. Roan filly. 800 now, 8 now, 7 now, 600 now, 500 a minute, 400 a minute, 300 now, 300 now, 200 now, 2, 100 on a bale, 125, 100 and a quarter, 100 now, 125, 100 now, 125, 2500 now, 125, 100 now, 125, 100 now, 125, 100 and a quarter, 125, 150, 150, 150, 150, 150, 150 now, 125 now, 150. Oh, now 50, 150. 150, 135, now 150, now 60, 160, 160, now 160, now 150, now 160, at 150, now 160, now 60, now 150, now 60, now 60, now 60, now 60. I sold them $150. Do we have a number? Okay, Dwayne, 662662. Remember that. The number 93. 662 93. And gelding here, all right on them in the year 1002 in a room. Gelding there would bid down. Broke the ride. Don't know anything about it. Oh, broke the ride. Here we go. All right. One brown gelding 4-year-old broke the ride. There we go. That's what the story says. And here now, bid out of now 1,000. Okay. It needs an experienced rider, in other words. Somebody who can saddle on and stay on. You know what I mean? 1,000 down, 1000 down, 1000 down, 1000 down, 1000 down, 1000 down, 900 900 down, 800 bale. 700 down, 700 down, 300 down, 400 down, 400 down, 300 down, 400, 500, that's 600 and 700 down, 700 down, 600 down, 700 down, 700 down, 800 down, 800 down, 900 and 900 and 900 and 900 down, 900 down, 900 down, 800 down, 900, 800 down, 850 to help everybody in. 800 now 50, 800 now 850 now 50 now 800 now 50 now 800 now 850 now 50 now 800 now 850. Sold $800 bill, $800 bill, 738, 738. I got that figured out. 95, 738, 95. Good eye. I think that's a good little buy. Say man gelding. You know, we don't have any information. Pardon? 2-year-old untouched mare. On the 2-year-old untouched mare there, guys, here now, all natural. Dear, now $1,000 and a ten, and a nine, $800 now two, now 50, $200 now would have been the $50 now would have been the $200 now would have been the 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, $200 now would have been the $50 now would have been the $200 now would have been the $50 now would have been the $200 now would have been the 50. Good long on mare here, good feet, 250 little German guys, but $250 now would have been the 250, and $250 now would have been the $50 now would have been the $50 now would have been the $200 now would have been the $50 now would have been the $50 now would have been the 250 now three. And three, open the gate, let her roll, 250 now, three, and $300, oh, $250, that would have been the $300, 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 $300, that would have been the 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 $300. Sold it $250. 280, 280? 1650? Wire 1650, new pen. Palomino mare, 12 years old on the Palomino mare, well broke, good kid's horse, very quiet. On your 12-year-old Palomino mare here, what a bit on there, guys. Here, $2,500, $2,500 number have been the $500 number have been the $2,500 number have been the $2,500 number have been the $2,000 number have been the two would have been the two would have been the $2,000 number have been the 15, $1,500 number have been the $1,000 number have been the $700 number have been the $800 number have been the $700 now at 800. Well, broke mare at $700 now at $800 number have been the $800 now at $800 now $700 now at $800 number have been the $800 number have been the $700 now $800 now at $800 now at $800 now mid now $800 now $700 now $700 now quarter at $600 now 50 at $600 now $650 now $50 now $600 now 50 $600 now $650 at $600 now $650. Boys, take this pony home for your old kids. $650. Well broke kids horse. $600 $650. $600 now, $50 now, $600 now, 50 and 50 and $600 now, $600 and $50 now, $50 now, $600 now, 50, $600 now, $50 now, $50 now, $600 now, 50, $600 now, $650 now, $600 now, 50. Sold them at $600 same way, $600, $280. Okay, $444.99. Okay, we got a bay roan mare, 2-year-old, untouched. On the Bay Roan mare, this one's an untouched mare. Comes what about here now? 800, 700, 600, now 150, down 2 at 150, down 200, down 200, now 150, down 200, down 200, down 200, down 150, down 2 and 200, down 200, down 200, now 150, down 200, down 2 and 2 and 2 and 200 at 150, down 200, down 200, down 2 and a quarter, down 200, down quarter. And 200 down 25 down 200 and go to red go down 200 go to now half down 250 at 225 down 50 down 250 down 225 down 50 250 and 225 down 250 down 50 down 250 down 225 down 50 down 250 and 225 down 250 down 50 down 225 down 50 250 down 50 yeah 225 down 50 250 sold them 225 1650 number what okay 99 97 97 Oh, we got a cowboy riding a nice brown pony mare. On the little mare there, 1100 now, 1100 now, 1100 bid now, 1100 now, 1100 now, 1100 now, 1100 now, 1000 now, 10 10 10 1000 now, 1000 now, 900 900 now, 900 900 now, 800 800 now, 800 800 800 800 and 700 now, 700 now, 700 now, 700 now, 600 now, 600 now, 5 at 500 now, 500 bid 500 bid 500 bid 500 bid 5 at 500 now, 400 now, 400 bid 4 now, 4 now, 3 and 300 now 300 now 300 now 2 and 200 now 200 now 200 now 2 and 200 now 200 bill guys now 3 and 200 now 300 bid 200 now 300 now 300 now 200 now 300 now 300 bid 200 now 300 now 300 bill and 200 now 300 now 300 now 200 now 300 now 300 250 now 3 now 50 350 400 400 Come on, guys. Little horse you can ride. The kids can ride. Look at much fun. Go buy a bicycle. 350, 400. At 400 now, 400 now, 400 now, 400 now, 350 now, 4 at 400 now, 400 now, 4 now, 4 now, 400 now, 400 now, 350 now, 400 a bit, 400 a bit, 400. Sold them at $350. 649 or 500? 500. Buyer number 500, wherever pen we're going, 96. $1,500. Oh, we got a pair. Okay. Rideable mare, got a pair. 1,500 down, 1,500 down, 1,500 down, 15, 15, 1,500 down, 1,500 down, 1,400 down, 1,300, 1,300, 14, 1,300 down, 1,400 down, 1,300 down, 1,400 down, 1,400 down, a bit of 1,300 down, 1,400. Looky, and 1,300 down, 1,400 a bit of 1,400 down, 1,300, 1,400 at 1,400 down, 1,400 down, 1,400 down, 1,400 down, 1,400 down, 14, and 1,300 on bid. 1,400. That's for the pair. Beautiful little riding mare. $1,400. Will definitely look good in your pasture over there. 13, 14. Yeah, well, your baby walked out the door. No wonder you want to stand. 13, 14. 14. There she is. 1,300 down, 1,400 down, 1,400 down, 1,300 down, 1,400 dollars at 1,400 down, 1,400 down, 1,400 down, 1,300 down, 1,400 down, 1,400, 1,400. I have sold the pair. $1,300. $1,300. I took that as a bid, you know. Okay, hold on. Okay, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, we all thought he was bidding, so that's why we took it. Okay, we'll put it 1,300, 1,200. $1,000. $1,000. $1,000. $800. $700. $600. We'll just put her outside. After this, we'll just put her outside. It happens. It happens. It happens. No sale. Yeah. Hmm? Yeah, no, it's fine. Seal. What's the colony's name? Seal colony. What number they have? I can't remember. Just look it up. Look up the buyer. Here's the buyer number. Put it under 222. So you just passed it out. I mean, whatever, eh? Well, no, it didn't sell. The kid wasn't allowed to bid, I guess. Okay, we'll move on. Couple of nurse cows. And then we'll sell the baby calves. And then we'll sell cattle. We're on home stretch, guys. Yeah. She calved 6 weeks ago with 40 to 50 liters of milk, so we got some capacity for a handful of calves, guys. She did 6 calves last year. All right, here she is. Was all right. Ding, 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 ding. $3,800 now. 3,800 now. 3,500 out of it. 3,500 out of it. 3,500 out of it. 3,200 out of it. 3,200 out of it. 3,000 and 3,000 out of it. 3,000 out of it. 3 now. 3 now. 3,000 out of it. 2,800 out of now. 800 and 800 and 2,800 out now. 700 out now. 2,700 out now. 2,600 out now. 600 out now. 2,600 out now. 25. 2,500 out now. 2,000 out of it. 2,100 out now. 2,200 out 2,100 out 2,200 out 2,100 out 2. 2,100 out 2,200 out 2,100 out 200 and 2,100 out 2,200 out 2,200 out 2,100 out 2,200 on a babysitter here. 2,100 out 2,200 out 22 and 2,100 out 2,200 out 21 and a quarter. 21.50. 21.50. 21.25. 21.50. 21.25 now. 2,150 out 21.25 now. 2,150. 2,150 out 2,125 now. 2,150. 2,125 now. 2,150 around 2,150 and 2,150 and 2,150 and 2,125 bid now. 2,150, 2,175 and 2,175, 75, 2,175 and 2,200 now. 22 and a quarter and 22 and a quarter and a quarter now. 2,200 and a quarter and a quarter now. 2,200 now. 2,200 and a quarter and 2,200 and a quarter now. 2,200 and a quarter and a quarter now. 2,200 now. 22 and a quarter now. Half 22 and a quarter now. 22 and a half 22 and a quarter now. 22 and 50 22 25 now. 50 50 50 50 22 25 now. 2,250 and 22 25 now. 2,250 22 25 now. 2,250 and 50 and 22 25 now. 2,250 2,225 now. 2,250. I sold the nurse cow. $2,225. 1671. Pen 11. Okay. This one is in milk. She takes calves and needs calves on second fresh. So she's fresh here for the second time. She's in milk. Holstein nurse cow, in milk, takes calves, needs calves, and she's second time fresh. Get about here now, 2,800 now, buy, 2,050, 2,000 now, 2,500, 2,550, $2,500 nominal in the 50, 2,500 and a quarter, 25 and a quarter, 2,500 and a quarter, 25 and a quarter, 2,500 and a quarter, 2,500 and a quarter, and 2,500 and a quarter dollar debit in the 25 and a quarter, 25 and a quarter, 2,500 and a quarter, 25 and a quarter, and $2,500 and a quarter, and 25 and a quarter, 2,500 and a quarter, 2,500 and a quarter. I sold the cow, 2,500. What's Roger's number? 12. Or F1. 22212, 22212. $700 is the first calf in the ring, steer calf, bull calf here. Out here now, 16, quarter, $1,600 now, 25, 1,600 and a quarter, now, $1,600 now, 25, 1,600 now, $1,600 now, 15, at $1,500 now, $1,500 now, 1,400 now, 1,300 and a quarter, now, 13, 25, 50, 1350, 13, 25 now, 1350 and 13, 25 now, 1350 and 13, 25 now, 1350 and 13, 25 now, 50, 75, 13, 75, 14, 1,400 and a quarter, now, half, 14, half, at 1,400 and a half, 14, half, 75, 14, 75, 1,500 now, 15, at 14, 75, now, 1,500 out of it, 1,500 now, 14, 75 out of it, 1,500 now, 1,500 now, 14, 75 out of it, 1,500, sold it, 1,475, and that'll be the buyer 606, go to 125. Okay, let's sell the little bull calf here now, 1,100. Oh, we sold that one already. That was just to see how many people were actually paying attention. There was a couple. No. I knew it. You notice I only asked $1,100, eh? Heifer calf here, 1600 down, 1600 down, 1500 down, 15, 14. At 1400 out of it, 1400 out of it, 1300 out of it, 1300 out of it, 1300 down, 1200 down, 1200 down, 1100 down, 1100 down, 1000 down, 1050 down, 1100 out of bail, 1100 out of bail, 1100 down, 1100 down, 1100 down, 1100 down, 1050 bed, 1100, 1100 down, 1100 down, 1100, 1100 down, 1110, 1100 and quarter, 1100 down, 1150, 1100 down, 1150 down, 1100 now, 50 now, 1100 now, 50, 1100 now, 1150 now, 1100 now, 1150, 1150. Sold him 1100 out of bail, 1100 out of bail, 606, and that'll be 125. Got 3 more here. At 1800 now, 16 and a quarter now, having 16 and a quarter now, 1650 now, 16 now, 1700 now, 1700 out of bail. At 1700 now, 17 and a quarter now, half, 75, 17, 75, but 18 and a quarter, 18 and a quarter, 18 and a quarter, 1800 and a quarter now, 1800 and a quarter now, 1800 and a quarter now, 1800 and a quarter, 1800 and a quarter, 1800 and a quarter, 1800 and a quarter, I sold them 1800 out of bail, 606, 125. 1800, took 703, 704. That's all. Yep. 1100 now, 1100 now, 1100 now, 10, 1100 and a quarter, and a quarter now, 1100 now, 25, 1100 and a quarter, 1100 and a quarter, 1100 and a quarter, 1100 and a quarter, and a quarter now, $1,100 and a quarter now have 11 and a half now, 75, 11, 75, 11, 75, 11, 75, 11, 75, 1200 now, 1200 now, 12 and a quarter, and a quarter, and a quarter now, half and 12 half, 12 and a half and 12 and a quarter now, 12 and a half and 12 and a quarter now, 12 and a half and 12 and a quarter now, 12 and a half and 12 and a quarter now, 12 and a half, 12 and a quarter now, 12 and a half, half, sold them 1200 and a quarter, 1225, 606, both. Sure. We don't know yet. You're going to go to pen 125, yeah. But we don't know how many he's going to take yet. Okay. Takes one. All right, here now, 1100 now, 1100 now, 1100 now, 1100 now, 1100 bill. I don't know. 702. Black one's coming back. 1100. 1100 now, 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 1000 now, 1000 and a quarter, now, 1025 now, 1050, 1050 now, 75, 75, 75, 1100 now, 1100 now, 1100 now, 1100 now, 10, 1100, 1100 now, 10, 1100 on a bail, 1075 now, 1100 now, 1100 now, 1075 now, 1100 now, 1100 now, 1100. Sold it at 1075, 649, 1075. Buyers 649, 124. Hey, good calves here, little here down, 1, 2, 3 of them. 705, 706. And 707, out of here now, bid now, 3 on them, on here now, 1100 now, 1100 now, 1000 and 1000 now, 10, 10, 10, 10, 9 and 9 and 9 and 900 now, 900 now, 900, 900 now, 900 now, 800 now, 800 now, 700 bill, 700 and a quarter in, 700 now, 25 with 700 and a quarter, 7 and 25 and 750 now, 775, 775, 780 and a quarter now, have 8, has 75, 8, 75, 9, 900 and a quarter, 9, a quarter, 9, quarter, 9, have 9, have 9, have 9. Have 9, 75, 975, and 10, and 10, 100 now, 10, 10, 10, 10, and a quarter, now, 10, have, 10, have, 10, have, it's 75, 75, 1100 now, 1100 now, 10, 75 now, 1100 now, 1100, 10, 75 now, 1100 now, 1100 now, 10, 75, bid now, 1100 now, 1100 bill, Solomon 1075, buyer 606, pen number, 125, takes calf 705. Here now, 800 now, 700 now, 400 and a quarter and 400 now, 25, 425, 450, 450, 425 now, 450, it's 425 now, 450 now, 450 now, 450 now, 425 now, 450, at 450 now, 425 now, 450 and 50 and 50 and 450 now, 425 now, 450, 75, at 75, 500 now, 500 now, 500 bill, at 500 now, 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 bill, 500, 500, 500, you want to bid? 500, sold 475, 519, both of them, takes them both, takes them both, oh no, it doesn't take them both, the wrong one, or taking them both, okay, 123, Peter, 123. 707 and 70. Can't remember what the number was before that. 704. 705. So 706 and 707. 708 next. Here now in this one, here now, $500 now, 500 little heifer calf here now, $500 bid of $500 now, $500 bid of $500 now, 4 at $400 bid of 4 now, $400 now, 300 at $300 now, $300 now, 3 now, $300 now, $300 now, $200, $100. $125 at $100 now, $125, $100 now, $125, $25, $100 and a quarter now, $100 now, $125, $125, sold them $100 bill, 519, pen number 123. $709 is a lot number. $709 here now. $2,200 now. $22, $22, $2,100, $18 and a quarter. $1,800 now. $25, $1,800 and a quarter now. $1,800 and a quarter. $1,800 and 18 and a quarter. $1,800 and a quarter now. $1,800 now. $25, $18, $25, $18, $25, $18, $25, $18, $25, $18, $25, $1,800 now. $1,800 now. $1,700 bill. $1,700 now. $1,700 now. $1,700 now. $1,700 now. $1,700 now. $1,700 now. $16, Big Charlie, heifer calf, it's $1,600 now, $1,600 now, $1,500 now, quarter and 25 now, $1,550 now, $1,575 now, $1,600 now, $1,625, $1,650 and $1,650, it's $1,675, $1,675, $75, $17, $17, $17, $17 and a quarter now, $1,725, $1,700 and a quarter, it's $1,700 and a quarter and $1,700 now, $25, $25, $1,700 now, $25, sold them at $1,700, 606125. Here now, here now, here now, here now, $1,500 now, bull calf, $1,500 now, $1,500 now, $1,500 now, $1,500 now, $1,400 now, $1,400 now, 13, $1,300 now, 13, 13, $1,300 now, $1,300 now, $1,200 now, $1,200 now, Big Charlie bull calf, $1,200 now, $1,200 now, $1,100 bill, $1,100 now, $1,100 now, $1,100 now, $1,100 now, 10. 11, 10, 11, 12, $1,200 now, 12, 11 and a half, now 12, and $1,250, $1,200 now, 50, 50, 50, 50, $1,250, and $1,200 now, $1,250, now $1,250, now $1,300, 13, 13, 13, $1,300 bill, and $1,300 now, $1,250, now $1,350, $1,350 sold, $1,300. 1671, pen number. Okay, we'll go to new pen 122. Yep. You're now 19, 19, 1800 now, 1700 now, 1500 now, 1400 now, 1300 now, 1300 now, 1100 now, 1100 now, 1100 now, 10, 1000 now, 1000 now, 1000 now, 900, 900 now, 800, 800, 800, and 700 now, 700 now, 600 now, 600 bill, 600 now, 500 been 500 been 500 now, 400 been 400 now, 3 and 300 now, 300 now, 300 now, 2, $200 bill. 200. Thank you. Now 50. Now 300. 300. I helps put my fingers in your mouth. 300. 300. 300. 350. 350. 350. 350. Now 400. 400. At 400 now, 400 now, 350 now, 400 bill. 400 bill. Sold them upstairs. 350. 1425. 121. Whoa, look here, guys. Mountain View. All right, I didn't see her today. Hey, the Mountain View cattle here, guys. On good calves here now. 1,500. Your choice. 1,500 now, 1,500 now, 15, 15, 1,500 now, 1,500 now, 1,500 now, 1,400 now. When the stickers are on the shoulder, they're heifers, and on the rears, they're bulls. 16, a lot of bulls here. 1600 down, 1600 down, 15. 1500 down, 1500 down, 14. At 1400 down, 25, 1400 down, quarter down, 1450 in, 1425, 1450, 1450 in, 75, 75, 14, 75, 1500 at a quarter now half. At 15 half now, 75, 15, 75, 1600 down, 16, 16, 16, 16, 16, 25. At 1625, 1600 down, 25. At 1600 down, 25 down, 1600 down, 25, 25, 16, 25. At 1600 down, 25, 1600 down, 25. Sold them at $1,600, 606. 19. 714 and 719, Klaus. I'm going to give you 120 for them. 120. We'll just keep the room. We got lots today. 606. All right, 15. 15, 15, 15, 1100 now, 50, 1100 now, 1150, 1100 now, 1150, 12, 1200 down, 1200 down, 1200 now, 1150, 1200 now, 1200 now, 1200 bid, 1150 bid, 1200, $1,200 now, 1200 now, 1200 now, 1150, 1200 now, 1200 now, 1200 bail, 1200 now, 1150 and 1200 sold, 1150, 606, 1150, 606. 7. 712 and 716, 120. No. Seven 18 and 716. 718 and 716 go to 120 Penning Crew. 120 606 buy. 1100. 1100 now, 1100 now, 1100 now, 1111 and 1000 now, 1000 now, 900 now, 900 now, 8. 800 now, 800 now, 800 now, 700 now, 700 now, bid now, 700 now, 700 now, 700 and a quarter. Did you bid 700 costs? And then a quarter and 700 now, 25. It's 700 now, 25 and 700 and a quarter down, 700 now, 25 now, 700 and a quarter down, 725. It's 700 now, 725 down, 700 down, 25 down, 700 down, 25 down, 700 down, 25, 50. It's 750 and 775, 775, 775 now, 800 now at 825, 825, 825, 800 now, 25, 25, 25. Sold them at $800 bail, $800 bail. 606 takes the one. 715, 120. 900 now, 800 now, 700 now, 600 now, 500 bid, 500 now, 3 and a quarter, 300 now, 25, 325 now, 50 now, 75, 375 now, 400 now, 25, 425 now, 450 now, 75, 475, it's 475, 75, 475, 500 now, 525 now, 550, at 525 bid now, 550 and 550 and 550 and 525 now, 550 at 525 and 550 and 50 and 550 is sold 525, 525, 519 takes one calf. $123 is the pen, $123 is the pen. So takes calf 713 and 712. Yeah, 712 and 713. They go to 123. 800, 700, 600, 200, 250, 250 now, 3, 300 now, 300 now, 300 now. Where's that nurse cow? 300 now, 300 now, 250 now, 300 now, 300 now, 300 minute, 250, 350, 400, 400, 400, 400. You didn't get married that way. At 400, at 400 now, 400 now, 350 now, 400 now. 400 now, 400 now, 400 bail, 450. Now 500, 500, 500, 550. 525. 500 under 925. Sold him in the corner. $500. $500. 1671. You want them all? Yep. Takes the other 2, 3. Takes the other 3. 20, 21, and 17. 20, 21, and 17. And he has a pen. 122, 122. There. Put her to work. 4 of them. Saves you from milking her. Good show, folks. Thanks to Mountain View. Mountain View, thanks to Mountain View Dairy. Okay, good steer calves, guys, on them. All right, here now, by now, 2,800 under down, 2,800 under down, 700 under down, 2,700 under down, 2,600 under down, 2,500 under minute, 2,500 under minute, 2,500 under minute, 2,500 under down, 2,400 under bail, 2,400 under down, 2,300 under down, 2,300 under down, 2,300, 297 pounds, 2,300 under down, 2,300 under down, 2,200 under down, 2,200, $2,000, 21, 2150, 22, 2250, 2,250 under down, 2,200 under down, 2250 now, 2,300 under down, 2,300 under 2275 now, 23, 2,300 under quarter down, 23 and a half, 23 and a half, 23 and a half, 23 and a half, 2375, 2375, 2375 now, 24, 2,400 under down, 2375 now, 24, 2,400 under down, 2375 now, 2,400 under down, 2,400 and 2375 now, 2,400, 2375 now, 2,400 under down, 2,400 under down, 2,400 under bail, sold them 2375, 606. Pen number 2. 6062. We're going to sell them by the head. Here now, bid now 3,000, out of bid of 3,000, out of bid of 2,500, out of bid of 2,500, out of bid of 2,500, out of 2,500, out of 2,500, out of 2,300, out of 23, 300, out of 2,300, out of 2,300, out of 2,200, out of 2,200, out of $2,000 a piece. 2,000, 2,000 on a big black heifers here down 2,000, out of 2,000, out of 1,800, 1,800, out of now 1,800, out of now 1,700, out of now 1,700, out of now 1,700, 1,700, out of now 1,600, 1,600, out of now 1,600, out of now 16, 16, 16, 16, 16, 16, 16, 1,500. And half at 1,500 at around 1,550 at 1,500 at around 1,550 1,500 at around 50 1,500 at around 50 at 1,500 at around 50 at around 50 at around 1,500 at around 50 1,500 at around 50 1,500 1,550 at 1,500 at around 1,550 at around 1,500 at around 50 at around 1,500 1,550 at 1,500 at around 1,550 at around 1,500 at around 1,550. Sold them $1,500 bill, buyer number. Pen 1. I know, but I need your buyer number. Yeah, I got it off my sheet. Thank you. Buyer's number. Dad, read it. It's right on my screen here. It's above it. We'll just find it out for a minute. Go to pen 1, whatever his number will be. 2617. Pin one. Here now, you're now 1100, now 18, 1800, 1250, 1200 out of now 50 and 1250 now 1300 out of now 1300 out of bid 1250 now 1300 out of now 1300 out of now 1300 out of bail 1300 out of now 1300 out of now 1250 out of now 1300 out of now 1300 out of now 1300 out of now 1300 1300 1250 out of now 13 big calf 1300 out of now 1250 out of now 1300 and 1300 1350 1300 I don't know 15 1325 now 1350 1375 1375 1375 now 14 14 14 14 14 quarter 1425 at 1400 I don't know 25 1400 I don't know 25 25 1400 I don't know 2050 at 1450 50 50 1450 1425 I don't know 1450 sold them 1425 649 124 124 with the barn. All right, here she's 322 pounds, guys. All right, good heifer here now, guys. Here now, we're here now. 2333 and 2200 on $2,000 on the heifer, and 15, 50, 16, 50, 17, 50, 1800 and 50, 1900 now 50, and now $2,000 now 50, 5100, 2100 or now 2100 or now 21 and a quarter red, go down 2100 and a quarter red, 21 and a quarter now 21 half, 21 and a quarter now half, 21 and a quarter down 21 half, 21 half, 21 half, 21 and a half, 21 75, 21 75, 75 now 2200 or now 2200 or now quarter at 2200 and a quarter and a half, at 22 and a half, 22 75, 22 75, 75, 22 75, 2300 or now 2300 or now 23, sold them 2275, 2275, buyer number 606, pen number 2. 2200 2200 2200 2100 2100 18 quarter 1800 25 1800 quarter red quarter now 1800 25 1825 1825 1825 1800 now 25 25 1825 1825 1850 1850 1875 1875 1875 19 19 19 19 quarter 1900 quarter 19 half and 1975 1975 now 2000 now 20 and a quarter at 20 and a quarter at a quarter down 20 and a quarter and 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 20 and a quarter 20 and a quarter 20 and a quarter and a half 20 and a half 20 and a 75 20 and a 75 and a 1 21 21 sold them 20 and a 75 20 and a 75 606 pen 2 $2,500 down, $2,500 down, $400 down, $2,300 down, $300 down, $2,000 bill, $2,000 down, $2,000, $1,800 down, $1,800 down, $1,700 down, $1,600 bill, $1,600 down, 16 and a quarter at a quarter down, $1,600 down, 25, $1,600 at a quarter down, $1,600 at a quarter, at $1,600 down, 25, $1,600 at a quarter down, $1,600 at a quarter now, 16 half, 16 half, at 16, 25, 16 half, half, 16 half, at 16, 25. Now 16 and a half, 16 75, 16 75, now 1700 at a quarter, at 1725, at 1725, 1750, at 1750 and 1750 and 1725, 50 sold them 1725, 1725, 2617, pen 1. Mama, and a baby. Here now. July 3rd was the calf was born. Yep. And third caver. Here now, bid down 6,000, dollar down 6,000, 6,000, 6,000, dollar down 6,000, dollar down 6,000, 5,500, 5,500, dollar down 5,500, dollar down 5,500, dollar down 5,000, dollar bid 5,000, dollar bid 4,500, dollar bid 4,500, dollar bid 4,500, dollar bail. At 4,500, dollar down 4,500, dollar down 4,000, dollar down 41, 42, 4,100, dollar down 200, dollar down 4,300, dollar down 4,400, dollar bail. At 4,400, dollar bid 4,500, dollar bid 4,500, dollar bid 4,600, dollar bid 4,700, dollar bid 4,700, dollar bid 4,800, dollar bid 49, at 9 now 5,000, dollar bid 5,100, dollar now 1,112, 5,200, at 5,100, dollar down 200, dollar now 5,100, dollar down 200, dollar down 3, at 5,300, dollar down 300, dollar now 5,300, dollar down 4, at 5,300, dollar now 5,400, dollar now 5,400, dollar now 500, dollar bid 5,500, dollar bid 5,500, dollar bid 5,600, at 5,500, dollar bid 5,600, dollar bid 5,500, dollar bid 5,600, 5,500, 56, big cab, at 5,500, dollar now 600, dollar bid 5,500, dollar now 5,600, dollar bid 5,500, dollar now 56. Sold $5,500. What do you mean you don't have a number? You sat here all day? Okay. You come along with her? Okay, we're gonna use 839 with an X. And we'll go to pen number 3. Okay, we got a steer calf and the due deal. You're now $4 a pound. We're going to sell it by the pound. Okay, I don't care. We'll sell it by the head. Now we're going to sell it by the head. 2,000, not a minute, 2,000, not a minute, 1,800, now 1,800, now 1,700, now 15, 1,500, now 1,200, now 1,200, not a minute, 1,200, now 1,100, now 1,100, now 1,100, now $1,100 for the big calf. $1,000, $1,000, now 1,000, now 1,000, now 1,000, now 1,000, now 9, 900, now 900, 999, 800, now 800, now 800, now 800, now 700 on a bail. 700 down 700 down 700 down 700 down 700 and steer calf 700 700 down 600 600 down 600 down 600 down 600 down 600 down 650 600 down 650 600 down 50 50 50 600 down 650 now 700 down 750 750 800 down 50 850 900 and 900 and 900 850 down 999 850 down 900 850 down 9 9 sold 850 3129 pen 4 3129 4 by the head. Yep. Oh, here down bid now 2,600 down 26,600 down 27,600 down 2,500 2,500 down 500 down 2,400 down 24 24 24 2,300 down 2,300 down a bid of 2,200 down a bid of 22,000 $2,000 on the big steer. 2,000 not a minute do 2 and 2 and 2 and 2 and 2,000 not a minute do 1,000 not a minute do 2 and 2,000 1,800 1,800 are now 1,800 are now baby cows are bringing 18 1,700 are now 1,700 are now 1,700 are now 1,600 are now 1,600 are now 15 at 15 half at 1,500 are now 1,550 at 1,515 now 1,600 are now 1,600 and a half 17 at 1,700 are now 50 at 1,750 1,850 1,850 now 19 and 1,950 and 1,950 now 2,000 out of bit of 2,000 1,950 out of bit of 2,000 sold at 1,950 600 something. 606? 686. 686. And that'll be pen 7. Okay. All right. 4 is done and 7. What a set of heifers, guys. 24, 2,400 or down, 2,400 or down, 2,300 or down, 2,200 or down, 2,100, 2,150, 2,100 or down, 50, 2,150 now, 2,200 or down, 2,200 or down, 50 and 2,250 now, 2,300 or down, 50 and 2,350 now, 2,400, 2,400 down, 2,400 and a quarter and now, 2,450, 2,475, 2,500, 2,500 out of in a 500 and a quarter and 2,500 and 25, 2550, 2550, 2575, 2575, 2575, 2600, 2600 out of down, 2575 down, 2600 out of down, 2600 out of down, 2600, sold them 25, 75, 649. That'll be a new pen, 10. Look at here. 2,800 under down, 2,800 under down, 2,800 under down, 2,700 under down, 2,100 down, 2,200 under bail, 2,100 under down, 2,200 under down, 2,150, 2,150 in, 2,100 under down, 2,150, 2,100 under down, 50, 50, 50, Ruben Van Brun Horse, 2,100 under down, 50, 2,100 and a quarter down, 2,150 in, 2,150 in, 2,125 now, 2,150 now, 2,175, 2,175 now, 2,200 under down, quarter down, 22 and a quarter down, 22 and a half, 2275, 2275, 2275, 2275, 2,300 under down, 23 and a quarter, 23 and a half, 2350, 2350, 2375, 2375, 2,400 under down, 2,400 under down, 2375 now 4, 2,400 under down, 2,400 under down, 2375 now 24, sold them 2375, 606, pen 2. 3,000 now, 2,500 under now, little red heifer, 2,500 under now, 500 under now, 2,400 under now, 2,300 under now, 2,200 under now, 2,000 now, 2,200 down a quarter, 2,200 and a quarter, and 2,200 and a quarter down, 2,200 and a quarter, 2,200 and a quarter down, 2,200 and a quarter down, 2,200 and a quarter, 2,200 bid, 2,225, 2,200 and a quarter down, 2,200 and a quarter down, half, 22 and a half, 2275, 2275, 23, 2,300 and a quarter down, 2,300 and a quarter and a half, 23 and a half, 23 and a quarter, 2340, 2350, sold them 2340, 2340, 649, pen 10. Oh, here now, pair, a heifer and a steer in there. We can sell choice. Away one off, we'll sell the other. $2,400 under down, 18, 19, 19, 2, 1,950, 1,900 under down to 50, 50, 50, 1,950 now, 2,050, 2,050 now, 2,100 under down, 2,150 in, 2,150 in, 2,200 under down, 2,200 under bail, 21, 2 and a quarter, 2,200 and a quarter, 2,225, 2,250, 2,250, 2,275, 2,275, 23, 23, 23, 2,300, 2,300 under down, 2,300, 2,275 now, 2,300, 2,300, 23, 2,290, 23, 23, 2310, 2,300 under down, 10 under down, 2,300 under down, 10, 10, 10, 2,310, sold them 2,300, 686, pen number 7. Now we'll bring the heifer back. 2,200. In 19 and a quarter, 19 half, 19 75 now 2 now 2050, 2050, 2050, 2075, 21, 21, 21, 21 and a quarter, 21 and a half, 21 half, 21 75, 21 75, 22, 22, 22 quarter, 22 and a quarter, 22 50, 22 50, 22 50, 22 50, 22 50. You want a bid, sir? 22 75, 22 75, 75, 75, 22 75, 2,300 under now, 2,300 and 22 75, 23 3 3 3 3, 22 75 now 23. Sold them 2275, 686, 7. $2,500 down, $2,200 and a quarter down, $2,200 and a half, $2,250, $2,225 and $2,250, $2,250 now, $2,275, $2,300 down, $23 and a quarter and a half, $23 and a half, $23 and a half, $23 and a half, $23 and a quarter now half, $75, $23.75, $24, $2,400 down, $2,400 down, $2,400 down, $2,400 down, $4 now, $23.75 now, $4,400, $2,400, sold them $23.75, $686. 7, pen 7. All right, guys, $5.50. We're going to put the post to weight. We're going to sell by the pound on the heavier cattle. $5.50. $5.20. $5. $5 number now, $5 now, $5, $4.80, $4.50, $4.55 now, $5 now, $60, $4.55 now, $4.60, $60, $4.55 now, $4.60, $4.55 now, $4.60 $4.55 now, $4.60, $4.55 I'm bidding $4.60 $4.55 I'm bidding $4.60, $4.60 $4.55 now, $4.60, $60, sold them $4.55, 333, and that'll be the pen number 20. All right, $5 down, 10, 410, 420, 420 now, 5, 420 now, 5, 430, 430, 430, 430, 430, 425 now, 430, 30, 30, 435, 5, 435, 440, 440 now, 5, it's 440 now, 5, 550, 450, 455, 450 and 5, 460 and 5, 465, 5, 460 now, 5, 570, 70, 475, it's 470 now, 5, 470. 75 at 470 now 5 470 mid 5 470 now 5 full Solomon 470 333 20x pen 20. Overnight steers here now. Overnight steers here at 530, 530, 520, 520, 20, 20, 520, 510, 510, 510, 510, 510, 510, 510, 55, 55, $5. Your good steers, $5, 430, 440, at 435, 440, 435, at $4 and 40, 40, 440, 440, 440, at 440, 435, at 440, 440, 440, 440, 435, at $4 and 40, at $4 and 35, at $4 and 40, 440, 435, I'm in the 440, 45, at 440. 450, 450, 455, 450 now 5 now 60, 460 at $4 and 60, 455 now $4 and 60, 60, 60, 455 now 60. Sold them at 455, 455, 333, 21. 20? 20. Change that to 20. 20, girls. No, change it 20. $732 on the heifer here now, but $480, $480, $470, $70, $433, $20 now 5 is $320 now 5, $320 now 5, $320, $325 is $320 now 5 would have been the $320 now 5 would have been the $325 is $320 now 5 would have been the $320 now would have been the $320 now 5 is $530 at $325 now $330 at $330, $30, $325 now $33, $25 now $330 $325 now $330, $325 now $3.30 sold. $325, $649 pen 10. 6666555 $5. Boys, a good spreadish steer at $5. $5 $445.50 at $445 now 50 $445 now 450 $445 $440 $40 $430 $434 now 5 $405 $405 $4.05. What a steer. 405 at $4 now 5 410 410 410 10 10 10 405 now 410 at 410 10 10 4 $5 now 410 at 405 $4.10 at $4.05 now $4.10 10 10 $4.05 now 410 at 45 now $4.10 410 410 15 15. Gary, did you bid? Now 420 425 430 435 now 440 445. I've never heard that before. 445. You do, eh? Well, you own it now. 440. And that'll be 333, pen number 20, straight. Pardon? 440. You know, Bill, thank you. But you should stop at the bakery on the way by or at the Cattleman's Steakhouse. Yeah, just suggesting. You know what? I should get something free. I tried that once. And then he just says, because we're here, they come to your market. And I tell you, that's what he told me. 20 straight. But that's okay. It works both ways. We got a cow. I like $2.20 a pound for her. Anything about her? Do we have a name on it? It's from Mountain Valley. She was nursing all them 9 or 11 cat mate. I don't think so, but anyways, came from the same dairy. And anyways, you never know. You're now about $2.20 a pound. $2.20 could be full of milk, guys. We don't know. $2.20 and a down, $2 and a two. She's dripping milk, and you want a nursing cow? Would have been $2 a pound. $2, $1.80, 80, 180, 170, 170, 150. Now 5 at 150. Now 5 at 150. Now 5 at 160, 160 at 155. Now 160, 60, 60, 60, 60, 155 at 157. Now at 155. Now 157. Now at 157. Now at 155. Now 157 out of 155 now 157.50 157.50 157.50 157.50 sold them at 155 out of 155. Where the big Holstein cow went? Yep, 222 12 22 12. Say man. Here now, $1.80, 180, 170, 170. Thanks, Bill. At 160, 160, 150, 150, 140, 140, 140, 130, 130, 130, 130, 120, 120. Now $1 now 5. A dollar now 105 at 105, 110, 110, 110, and 10. Now $1 5 at 110, and 15 at 110, a 15 at 110, and 15 at 110, 10, 10, 10, 15 now at 17, half at 110, 12 and a half at 112, 15, 115, 17 at 117, 120, 120 now 2 and a half at 120, 5 at 120, 5 at 127 out at 7 out at 120, 5 at 127 out, 127 out, sold them 125. 22212. What pen? You gonna go where? Okay, we got a bull. Thanks, folks. Good trip back up north. Overnight bull. Empty bull. $18.74, one bull. $2.90. Oh, you're down to $2.90, $2.90. Just watch yourself, Burba. You're down $2.90, now $2.80, no $80, no $80, no $80, no $80, $2.70, $70. Here he comes. Watch yourself. And 270, 70, 20, no 5, 220, no 5, 220, no 5, 5, 222 and a half, 220, 222 and a half, 222 and a half, 225, 5, 5, 225, 5, 5, 5, 7 out, 227 out, 30, 30, 230, 227 out, no 8, 8, 8, 227 out, no 228, 227 out, no 8, 8, sold them 227.50, buyer 345, 70, 345, 70. That's it? Is that it? Ladies and gentlemen, that is it for today. We got one left, but we're not selling it. I don't know what's left, so. Pardon me? It's just a symbol. Okay. That's it. Sale's over. Thanks for coming down. 345. 70. 345. 70. Yep. It's coming, Gary. It's coming. Yeah, right there. The witness on the board. Take care, everybody. Have yourself a good Saturday and Sunday. If all goes well, we hope to be here next week, Saturday. But then the week after that is no sale. All done, yep. No, we don't want that.